injury. He's 6'2", 215. He's from Archbishop Quality High School. He will be attending the United States Naval Academy. And now, let's meet the coaching staff for Maryland. Assistant coach from Riverville High School, Tom Greenberg. From Urbana, Ryan Hine. From Eastern Tech, Mark Massaro. From Wise High School, Delon Perry. From Douglas High School, J.C. Tingley. From Good Counsel High School, Don Rushing. From Douglas High School, Monty Sutton. And the head coach of the Maryland squad. He's from Riverville High School. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach Brian Van Dusen. And now it is time to meet your 2014 AAA Pennsylvania Big 33 squad, being welcomed by AAA representative John Calvin. Number 1, Daquan Ware, 6'2", 186 from Harrisburg High School. Will attend Garden City Community College, his buddy, Carter Powell. Number 2 is Rashawn Stewart, 6', 185 from Perkiomen Valley High School. Will attend Villanova University, his buddy, Bryson Steinle. Number 3 is Lenny Williams. He's 5'11", 198 from Stowe Rocks High School. Will attend Temple University, his buddy, Michael Corey. Number 4, Thaddeus Smith, 5'10", 180. He's out of Cardinal O'Hara High School. Will be attending Boston College, his buddy, Caden Capitani. Number 5 is Mark Lyles. He's 6', 215 from Lebanon High School. Will be attending Bucknell University, his buddy, Ori McIntyre. Number 6, Mallory Claiborne, 5'9", 185 from Stowe Rocks High School. Will attend Concord University, his buddy, Ian Tran. Welcome number 7, Delane Hart, 6'4", 200 pounds from Martin Luther King High School. He will attend Toledo University, and his buddy is Zachary Hartzell. Number 8, Tyree Spearman, 5'10", 182. He's from Erie McDowell High School. Will attend St. Francis University. His buddy is Aaron Hine. Number 9, Tyler Burke, 6'4", 240 from Coatesville High School. Will attend the University of Maryland. His buddy is Connor Nazarian. Wearing number 10, Christian Lezer, 6'1", 227 from Clearfield Area High School. He'll be attending Boston College, and his buddy is Anthony Catalina. Number 11, Felix Manischel, 5'11", 185 from Erie Cathedral Prep. Will be attending Old Dominion University, and his buddy is Joseph Poplaski. Number 12, Jared Folks, 6'1", 220 from Susquehanna Township High School. Will be attending Temple University, his buddy, Nathan Barrett. Number 15, Trey Clock, 6'4", 265 from Lower Dauphin High School. Will be attending Georgia Tech, and his buddy is Nathan Miller. Number 16, Joe Julius. He's 5'11", 200 from Lower Dauphin High School. Will be attending Penn State University, and his buddy, Ben Fowler. Number 17, Jawan Hill, 6'2", 245 from McKeesport Area High School. Will attend Duquesne University. His buddy, Eliana Dudley. Number 18, Luke Carazola, 6'3", 245 from the Chamonix High School. Will attend the University of Connecticut. His buddy, Maxim Reimer. Number 19 is Nico Thorpe. He's 5'11", 230 pounds from Pittsburgh Central Catholic. Will attend Fordham University. His buddy, Donovan Mahaffey. 21, Marlon Tyree, 6'2", 195. He's from Erie Cathedral Prep School. He will attend Slippery Rock University. His buddy, Owen Marcico. Number 22, Colin Jonoff, 5'10", 185. He's from Franklin Regional High School. Will attend Bucknell University, and his buddy, Marcus Ward. 23 is Terry Swanson. He's 5'10", 198. From Aliquippa High, will attend Toledo University. His buddy, Branson Brown. Welcome number 24, Chase Edmonds, 5'10", 180. From Central Dauphin East High School, will be attending Fordham University. His buddy, Spencer Graham. Number 25, Patrick Marabiti, 6'2", 192. From West Catholic High School, will attend the University of Pittsburgh, and his buddy is Patrick Lauer. Number 28 is Brandon Feebster, 6'3", 195. From Downingtown East High School, will attend Cheshire Academy. His buddy, Zachary Hartzell. Number 44 is Aaron Franklin, 6'1", 235. From LaSalle College High School, will attend Syracuse University. His buddy is Sam Roberts. 52, Cole Costi, 6'2", 270. From Thomas Jefferson High School, will attend Youngstown State University, and his buddy, Hunter Wallace. Welcome number 66, Ben Huss, 6'2", 280. From Upper St. Clair High School, will attend Duquesne University, his buddy, Camden Dudley. Number 68, Eric Gallo, he's 6'3", 285. From Council Rock South High School, will attend Virginia Tech, his buddy, Patrick Madison. 71 is Noah Bay, 6'6", 265. From Scranton Prep, will attend Penn State University, his buddy, Spencer Graham. 72, Josh Walmer, 6'4", 250. From Parkland High School, will attend Kenyon College, and his buddy, David Shirey. 74, Dante Angus, 6'7", 328 pounds. From Martin Luther King High School, will be attending West Virginia University. His buddy is Max Barton. Number 75, Mike Grimm, 6'6", 328. From Bethel Park High School, will attend the University of Pittsburgh. His buddy, Thomas Bergerame. Number 76, David Shaw. He's 6'5", 300. From Spring Grove High School, will be attending the University of Maryland. His buddy, Jordan Horan. Number 78, Mitchell Swigert, 6'5", 265. From Penn Manor High School, will attend Princeton University. His buddy, Kendra Wolf. Number 87 is Alec Bloom, 6'7", 245. From Ligonier Valley High School, will be attending the University of Connecticut, and his buddy is Owen Marcico. And now, let's meet the Pennsylvania AAA Big 33 coaching staff. Assistant coaches from Franklin Regional, Greg Bada. From West York High School, Ron Miller. From Gateway High School, Tom Nola. Coatesville High School, Matt Ortega. From Bishop McDevitt High School, Jeff Wechter. And the head coach of the 2014 AAA Big 33 football squad from Easton Area High School, welcome Steve Shipper. Gentlemen, shake hands. Best of luck. Maryland, best of luck. Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored this year to have as our honorary chairman, Mr. Marcus Colston. After an outstanding high school career at Susquehanna Township High School, he attended Hofstra University, where he set all the receiving records and was named All-Atlantic Big Ten. Marcus was then drafted by the New Orleans Saints and started in his very first NFL game, helping them to the playoffs. In 2009, Marcus was the premier receiver on the Saints Super Bowl championship team. Marcus is the Saints' all-time leader in career receiving, yards from scrimmage, receiving touchdowns, total touchdowns, as well as career receptions. Proud to have with us this year as our honorary chairman, Marcus Colston.
Take his kid, Ron. Yo, man, here tonight. Hey, we'll talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you please rise for the presentation of our country's colors being presented by the Pennsylvania State Police Ceremonial Unit. Ladies and gentlemen, our country's colors.
Speed on my camera. How do I adjust my speed on my zoom again? Okay, gotcha.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you please remain standing. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor the United States of America. Salute its leaders and members of the armed forces with the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner, to be sung by Miss Lauren Felton, a graduate of Danville High School, attending Penn State University, and former Big 33 cheerleader. Ladies and gentlemen, we present with pride and much gratitude our national anthem.
You see by the
this year, Lifeline. From the Milton Hershey Medical Center, Lifeline provides thousands of missions every year, saving lives all over central Pennsylvania. Keep an eye on it. Lifeline just might be baptized. Lifeline and Penn State University, thank you. We're getting ready to start the game, but we need a football. So we're going to call upon Maryland buddy captain Kenya Barber, Pennsylvania buddy captain Spencer Graham, and our honorary chairman Marcus Colston, who bring the game ball to midfield. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your officials for tonight's game. The back judge is Jason Balfour from Pennsylvania. Field judge Ken Whitworth from Maryland. Side judge Senior Vice President, Mill House, along with Big 33 Executive Director, Dave Ripper. Hard work, dedication, excellence. PNC is proud to congratulate the 10 Pennsylvania High School seniors awarded the PNC Foundation Scholarship because at PNC, they know what it takes to achieve. Proud sponsor of the Big 33. Captain's meeting with the officials at midfield, representing Maryland, number 10, Solomon Hall. 22, Josh Gonteri. 42, Daniel Poe. 73, Justin Falsinelli. Pennsylvania's captain, 15, Trey Clark. 18, Luke Carazola. 24, Chase Edmonds. Number 44, Zaire Franklin.
Hello, football fans, and welcome to Hershey, Pennsylvania, Chocolatetown, USA, and the home of the Big 33 Classic. My name is Jerome Presley, along with good friends Mark Smith and Doug Duvall. Today, Pennsylvania goes against Maryland, and we have a history in the Big 33. Players like Dan Marino, Ben Roethlisberger, Ricky Waters have all participated in this game. Gentlemen, looking at these players that we see today, let's look at Maryland first. What are some of the players that would be important to watch and look at?
You know, Mark and I are old line guys, and I think the game today is going to be a lot about line. We've got a big old boy going to Clemson named Justin Falsinelli, and we've got a kid, Jake Hawk, who's going to go down to Naval Academy, both real good tackles. And, you know, Maryland's just trying to get on the same level with Pennsylvania. It's all going to be about the trench warfare today.
All right. Mark, your turn.
Jerome, he's already sandbagging us now. Come on. I think the word is that this is one of Pennsylvania's best defensive lines they've had in years. And those two tackles are going to be out there. They've got to go against Trey Clark from Lower Dauphin, and who's going to Georgia Tech, and Luke Carazola from the Chamonix, who's going to UConn. Both big, tall, rangy guys. They're big in the middle with Sean Swigert and the Hill kid. And then watch out our boy Baby Huey now. He's something. And that's Dante Angus. He's a good player. And he's going to turn it loose from the inside. So we're going to give Maryland's offensive line what for.
All right. And I'll tell you what, this game is huge. And it's probably, when you look at all-star games on the national spectrum, it's one of the biggest all-star games around. Can you talk a little bit about what the Big 33 does for the communities of both Maryland and Pennsylvania? We'll start with Maryland.
Well, it's the granddaddy. You know, for Maryland, it brought our state together. The state of Maryland's like 4 separate regions, and so this gives us a reason to come together as football coaches and football players and put on a unified front and go out and play against a great state of Pennsylvania. It put us on the map football-wise when we got involved in the game in '85. From then on, we became a place that people stopped and looked for good quality football players, and we owe it to Pennsylvania.
And Mark?
Well, Jerome, you named some names already that have been associated with this game. That doesn't even Marino, Freilich, Dorsett, the local guys now. There's always guys coming out of every game playing in the NFL, and really you're just seeing on TV and all these bowl games and BCS games. And it being the PA guy, it's a yearly event. It's an extravaganza. We look at it as the cherry on the sundae for our state all-star program and our football program.
Well, fans at home, you're in for a treat. Pennsylvania, Maryland, Big 33 Classic. We'll be back for kickoff after these messages.
I'm no stranger to concussions. so I know how vital it is to have the best care. Allegheny Health Network is utilizing new C3 Logix technology to revolutionize concussion diagnosis and treatment. It allows trainers to do baseline tests before play begins, document an injury immediately, and upload information to healthcare professionals. It's the most modern way to play it safe, even when you're playing all out. Learn more at ahn.org.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Summer's hot, and so are the savings at Sutliff Chevrolet.
Bigger selection, better prices, lower payments? We get it.
Get up to $8,600 in sizzling savings on your new Silverado. You're going to love your new Sutliff Chevy Cruze, and you're going to love your payment, $159 a month.
We have a Chevy for every need.
And a payment for every budget.
The road's all yours when you drive Equinox, now only $199 a month. It's the Summer Savings Sizzler at Sutliff Chevrolet Harrisburg.
You're still the reason we put the key in the door.
When it comes to variety and convenience, kick off your shopping at Turkey Hill Mini Markets, your one-stop shop for fuel, fresh brewed coffee, ice-cold drinks, slushies, snacks, grab-and-go meals, and more. Score big fuel savings, 3 cents per gallon every day, or with your extra points, earn up to $1 per gallon with your Turkey Hill Rewards card. After the game touchdown at the Hill, your neighborhood Turkey Hill Mini Markets, a proud supporter of the Big 33 Football Classic.
Welcome back to the Big 33 Classic in Hershey, Pennsylvania, along with good friends. Jerome, my name is Jerome Presley, along with good friends. I mean, Doug, talk to me a little bit about what is the tone that Maryland wants to set today for this game?
Well, there's 3 things that Maryland's got to do. They've got to be able to put the brakes on Pennsylvania's defensive line. Those guys are big, they're fast, they're strong, and that's 3 big problems if you're an offensive lineman. But we bring in to the game today one of the best offensive lines that we've had from Maryland to bring up the Big 33 game. So I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. We've also got to make sure we hold on the football. Possession time is going to be huge for us, and we're going to see 2 great kickers. Pennsylvania and Maryland both have good kickers this year, so it should be an exciting game to watch for the fans.
And where we're going to look at the rules for the game, because every All-Star game has rules. Mark, what are the rules for today?
Well, they must play a 4-3 defense. You can only rush 4 defensive linemen can only rush. There can be no blitzing from the linebackers whatsoever. There can be no line twisting of any kind, and you must play man-to-man coverage. You can't switch off. You must play the man that you line up on. And offensively, no unbalanced formations, no shifting. You can go in motion, and as you can see here, you have to throw the ball at least 40% of the time in the game.
And what do you think, looking at the keys for Maryland, what is it that Maryland has to do today to have a better effect today as compared to last year when they dropped the
Well, what happened, Maryland last year, the special teams broke down early on. They turned the ball over. They found themselves less than 3 minutes to go, opening the game down 22-0. They came back and played great football. They need to come out, settle down, play real sound defense. They need to have great special team play, and we've got good special team players. They need to hold on to the football.
What about Pennsylvania?
Well, I think Doug said the key matchups up front. The defensive line has got to give pressure on Carter and Jones so that they can't get comfortable. And the biggest thing we have to really be careful of is play a clean game. No silly penalties. No, don't give them a short field. And we've got to utilize the strength of our kicker, Joe Julius, who can, he can with the wind. He's 3 points potential from anywhere inside the 50.
And back deep from Maryland for return is Marquell Dickerson. And kicking off for Pennsylvania will be Joey Julius.
Mark, I think I moved those deep guys back to the goal line, even though he's kicking in to win. I don't quite know why he's kicking into the win, but
I'm not
the way
sure
it turned
either,
out.
I'm
So
not
let's see
sure
where
either.
this ball comes down.
Oh.
Well, there you go. I was
He will
wrong.
be returned by number 3, Marquell Dickerson.
That ball
He'll have
took
the
a
ball
good
coming
bounce
up.
for him.
Sure
there
did.
you go.
Sure
And
did.
tackled by a host of Pennsylvania defenders on the play. Maryland will start off on about the 26-yard line.
Maryland needs to come out here and establish the run so that they can go to the pass a little bit to break it loose. Up front at Pennsylvania line, that's going to be interesting to see this first play, because I know old Coach Van Du's going to get a chance just to get in there where it's noisy. Let them boys, like Mark said, they want to go to work, don't they, Mark?
Yeah, they do.
And both of you guys talked about the lines of both of these teams. Maryland having a strong offensive line, and Pennsylvania in that defensive line. So you'll get to see that starting right away.
We're looking right down that neutral zone right now. Whoever team comes across that ball first, that's going to be big play.
Quarterback number 2, Antoine Carter, is under center. Split wide is Reggie White, number 1. And tight is number 8, Kevin Joppy. Handoff to number 3, Markel Dickerson. And good defensive play coming up. Number 10 for PA, Kristen Laser on the tackle.
Christian's a guy out of Clearfield and played for Tim Janoco. Heck of a football player. Played quarterback. Did a really good job for him.
And the starting defense for Pennsylvania: Hill at defensive end, Swigert defensive tackle, Shaw, Carazola. And here's your starting, linebackers in secondary: Franklin.
They got to turn that ball upfield, turn it up. There you go.
Number 2, Solomon Volt, coming around the end, knocked out of bounds on the play by number 22 for Pennsylvania. That's Colin Janove, Franklin Regional, and he's headed to Bucknell University. Here's the offense for Maryland: White, Carter, Dickinson, Joppy, and Volt.
Solomon Volt comes out of Gaithersburg High School. It's one of the sort of schools that been in business in football for a long time. Their head coach, John Harville, coached for 52 years, just passed away this past spring. Solomon Volt's a solid running back. You see him get to the perimeter against a fast Pennsylvania defense.
And it brings up about a 3rd and 8 for Maryland. Antoine back to pass. Complete to number 10, Solomon Volt. He'll get close to the first down, and looks like he will have it on the play.
Pennsylvania was in that nickel rush look. They moved Clock and Carazola inside, and they brought
That's what you got to be able to do, is move the chains in this game.
And Antoine Carter, first pass play, he gets a completion, moves Maryland. Maryland will have 1st and 10 on about the 37-yard line.
It's big in this game to gain territory. You got to get to midfield in that first drive, at least turn the ball over in good field shape. You know, they've got some blockers out front. You got the perimeter. You just got to run it up in there.
Solomon in motion. He gets the pitch, gets about 2 yards. And as you can see early on, Maryland testing that perimeter a little bit for that Pennsylvania defense.
Trying to establish that run, that's for sure. Zaire Franklin was in position. He just took a bad angle. They went underneath that block instead of over the top. Linebacker's he's going from LaSalle High School. He's going to Syracuse.
And Doug, you talked about the speed of Maryland, this Maryland team being very quick.
Well, the truth of it is Maryland might be a little better if it was a track meet than a football game. You know, Pennsylvania, big up front. I'm looking, I just got a quick count, about 1,620 pounds up front between 4 linemen. So, I mean, that's moving. You might get through there with the Mack truck and full tilt, but, you know, now, you know, a little tough call there.
See, this is
be a little tough on Maryland moving it back. Yeah. Yep. Well, you know what? The kids, just to get together for 1 week of practice, it's hard to do. You know, they've got officials from Maryland and from Pennsylvania on the field today, but in that situation, you think you just let them play a little bit, you know?
I hope so.
Call like that early in the game, you got to keep that flag in your pocket.
Carter back to pass.
He's up.
Delivers
He's got
a bomb.
Him open. He's gone, Coach.
Almost.
Nice.
Right through the outstretched arms of number 3 Dickerson. Not able to haul that in. That'll bring up a 3rd down and long for this Maryland team.
That penalty's going to be a little bit of a problem there for him. Now, Markel Dickerson, he's going to Towson University. Towson's done a great job at rebuilding their football program. They're very excited about that child. He's had a great week of practice up here. Both he and Reggie White Jr., the 2 wideouts, have just worked as hard as they can work this week in practice. In fact, they're 2 of the, if coaches have favorite kids, they're kids they really like.
Well, back to pass again.
They're staying with that big defense.
Now this kid can make things happen.
And Carter is not able to get outside. The defense of Pennsylvania holds Tyler Burke on the tackle. Another loss. It brings up a 4th down for Maryland. And here's the replay. Mark, talk about it.
Well, they did a great job pulling him up. Zaire Franklin, and he flushed him over, and Tyler Burke comes up from underneath. he's a guy going to Maryland. So,
Yep.
Coach Etz will be happy to have him.
Yeah.
Real nice
Good
play,
play
keeping him
kid
under
there.
control
Yep.
there. Good stuff.
Got it deep. They're punting with the wind at their back.
And you called it, wind at the back. Number 22, Colin Janot,
Nice. They're
back
down
to
there.
punt, to return the punt. And
Yep,
there's
there
Chase
you go.
Edmonds will fair catch it at about the 32-yard line for Pennsylvania. And Mark, what will you see from Pennsylvania in this offense to get started?
Well, I think they're going to try to establish the run, and they're going to try to, this offensive line, going to try to get everybody settled down and just play a little bit. Both quarterbacks are run-pass athletes. They both have very stellar high school careers, and they're going to really do a good job. As you see, Lenny Williams, he's going to Temple. He's from Stowe Rocks. He's the WPIAL passing holder in yards at just some incredible numbers.
Lenny Williams with the quick
There it
pass
is, quick
to
pass.
number 4, Thaddeus Smith, who's able to get outside, gets close to the first down on the play, maybe a pickup of about 9 yards, close to 10.
Good start. That's a good start for him. They want to get Lenny some real good confidence early, short completions. Let him settle down and just kind of run things.
And PA did pick up the first down. Lenny under center now. He has Chase Edmonds as the deep back in the eye. Handoff to the first back through, which is number 23, Terry Swanson. Doesn't pick up much. That Maryland defense gets real stiff and stingy right there.
Well, Maryland's got nice linebackers. They've got Gillard Rashid. You can see him in there, number 4. He just runs to the ball. And also Anthony Jackson, number 19, out of Suitland. Jackson's one of those, just got great speed, great instincts, and rolls to the football. They played for the state finals this year, and he's a big part of that defense.
And if you're playing against Steve Shifford, you better learn you better stop the trap, because that's what he tried to sneak his other tailback in there and hit it up inside, but Maryland won't have anything to do with it.
Williams in the shotgun. He rolls out. Quick pass, and it's dropped. Dropped on the play by number 4, Smith. He's not able to haul it in, but the defense seemed like it was there anyway.
It's a good throw, though. He's got to make that catch, get some confidence.
And here's the replay. You saw a quick, it seems like PA wants to get the ball in their playmakers' hands quickly.
They do. They want it to be simple, and they get these quarterbacks off to a good start and let everybody just get some confidence.
That Daniel Apu, number 42, out of Seneca Valley, he's big, rangy kid. You can see him down there on the right, got that hand up. He's going to put some pressure on that tackle. We'll see that matchup. Very nice. Look at him go out in the flat. He was almost there.
And Chase Edmonds gets the swing pass to the outside. He's able to pick up probably about 7 yards, which will still bring up probably close to its fourth down and about 4 yards. You see the replay.
See Apu?
Real nice block
there.
there
That kid,
from Delaney
he's
Hart.
a player now, Daniel Apu.
And Apu, that's a dangerous play.
Yeah.
Apu almost he could take that to the distance.
He could go for 6. He's done it before. It wouldn't be the first time. But he's rangy, he's fast, he plays with motors on all the time.
Well, we talk about Julius being a kicker. He also can punt the ball. He's punting on the play. And back deep for Maryland is number 22.
Got to know where that football is now.
Josh
there you go.
Gatarik, and it will not be returned. Down by PA. Maryland will pick up the ball at about the 27-yard line. And again, both defenses seem to have set a little bit of a tone starting off on those first opening drive.
The kid Josh Gonteric, out of Ligonor, he runs he was their player. He's the man that took them to the state finals this year, play either side the ball, a real leader in practice, one of them kids that you just hang your hat on. Maryland's got to come up here now and get to that midfield. You got to just play without that penalty they got earlier, and they'll be in good shape.
Carter under center. Motion and a
go.
quick handoff to number 3,
go.
Markel Dickerson,
There
and
you
he
go.
is gone.
He can run.
There you saw the
He
speed.
can run.
We talked about the speed of Maryland.
Well, that's what happens. That Coach Van Dusen has done a great job at setting it up. You see him perimeter, trap, going. And they make a living at it.
And Mark, where was the breakdown that you saw in that Pennsylvania defense?
Well, I think it's pretty.
Bang, right there on the backside. You see a big old tackle.
The nose guard runs
Balotelli.
upfield.
Yeah.
When he runs upfield, he just got taken out, and they really didn't have to even block the 3 technique, and the guy just made a great play.
And I know
good blocking, good execution.
Exactly.
He's
You talked about track meet, and you saw speed at its premium with Dickerson taking the ball upfield, and he just burst into the open field for the touchdown.
And with that formation, there's really nobody in the middle of the field to handle that as far as the middle safety, so he's gone.
And Alex Batoku kicked through. Maryland 7, Pennsylvania 0. You're watching the Big 33 Digital Network. We'll be back.
Deep within you is a relentless drive. You come prepared. You come willing to work. You come to win. Discover the Performance Protein Bar made just for you. Come ready. 24 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, no sugar alcohols. One unbelievably awesome taste. Come ready. You don't quit, and neither should your bar. Come ready for the competitor in you.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
And we're back. Maryland takes the lead early against Pennsylvania, 7-0. And Doug, you talked a little bit about the kicker. You have a little bit of tidbit about him.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's a special sort of kid. He weighs 155 pounds. He hung out all week long with the offensive linemen. It may take 2 of him to make 1 lineman. But that's the 70th extra point he's kicked this season alone. In the Baltimore Touchdown Club game, he kicked 5 field goals. You got, wow, that's a lot of kicking now, but it isn't new to him. And he can put that ball in the end zone. He's going to Salisbury University. He's going to be a business major. He's a smart kid, a great kid, just solid as a rock.
And we have number 6, Claiborne, number 24, Chase Edmonds, and number 22, Colin Janove back to receive for PA.
Now, he booms that ball in the air for 155 pounds just out of the end zone, Mark. I told you. Oh, Mark, it went through the upright.
Oh, through the upright. Potoko's kick through the uprights. There will be no return, and it's a touchback. Pennsylvania will start off on its 20-yard line and see if they can equalize.
Coach Mark and I were talking ahead of time. That wind at your back, that's a huge factor. And, you know, that just, you know, being able to kick that ball out of the end zone to start last year, Pennsylvania just ran that ball back. I guess it would have been 110 yards for the opening thing. And having that ball go out of the end zone, start on the 20 now. Daniel Pooh's on one end of the thing, and we'll just see what Pennsylvania does.
Piles, the quarterback now, he comes back to pass. Looked like he wanted to pitch the ball, didn't get a chance, and there will he escape it? He's still up and running, still up, and then he gets tackled for a loss or a sack for a loss. There was a host, and I mean a host, of Maryland defenders there, led by number 4, Rashad Gillis, the linebacker, and they just bottled the quarterback in.
Well, the Pennsylvania running back just got there before the play started. I think everything was all a lot of miscommunication. That's an awful bad start, 1st and 10. This guy's got to settle down and get it going.
And that is a huge, huge loss for Pennsylvania, which puts them down at about their own 5-yard line coming out. Piles comes into the game. He'll start out in a shotgun formation, twins to the left, a tight end on the right. Piles is going to throw. Quick pass, number 4, Smith. Smith tries to get to the outside and is not able to get there. That Maryland defense, again, has tightened up, led by number 4, Rashad Gillis.
Well, Rashad's got that kind of speed. You know, he's out of Northwest High School. The coaching staff there has done a great job. They played this year for the state finals. And the interesting thing is how quick those linebackers are. You know, they just fly into the football. The defensive staff from Maryland, I can't say enough about them. Ryan Hines at Urbana, DeLon Parrish, who was a great player, coached again last year, and Mark Maceres. They have this defense tuned up, and they are playing.
Piles again will be in the shotgun formation. To the left of him will be number 23, Terry Swanson.
This is a huge play here. Third down, the way to go. They're going to lay it up. He's back. It's out in the flat.
Piles throws it past to number 7, almost complete. Delane Hart, but the ball is jarred loose by number 23, Anthony Chesley. And you talked about those defensive backs, especially the corners. They're pretty good size.
Well, they're really, really good players. Both those two kids playing corner. You know, I think, too, that the Wood kid, one day you'll hear him playing on Sunday. I mean, he can really play. Both he and Chesney, they can roll. And they're tall, they're rangy, they're fast, and they're used to playing man coverage. And DeLon Parrish, who's the secondary coach for Maryland, probably one of the best young coaches in the country, is just done a great job as the head coach. But he's
Julius' punt is just, it's way out of bounds. And I'm trying to find out where are they going to spot this ball. This was
the
not
9.
a good punt. Probably about the 9. The officials are still coming up, It looks like it'll be at about the 16-yard line. That's great field position for this Maryland team and this Maryland offense. Pennsylvania just seems like they're out of sync, Mark.
Well, they are. There's no doubt about it. They got into kicking into the wind, and the field position was pretty tough. And in that big play, and 1st and 10, they just can't go backwards like that. That's just not supposed to happen.
I'd be very surprised if Coach Van Duzen does anything but try and run this ball on a perimeter to the wide side of the field to start with. A little bit of motion guy. You'll see him hit the edge of it real quick here, just like that.
Jalen Jones at quarterback. Defense holds. Jalen gets away, at least temporarily gets away, but then he's brought down by number 17, Jawan Hill, that's able to give Pennsylvania some light, and a huge stop for PA, which backs him up about 10 yards for Maryland.
David Shaw
made that play.
He's going to the University of Maryland,
I'll tell you what, David Shaw really made that play.
Yeah.
Great job by Hill staying with it. This was huge. That's
Shaw
a huge
gets that
play.
penetration, and now, you look at this Maryland team, they get pushed back. Pennsylvania seems like they have some life.
Right.
Let's see Jalen Jones again at quarterback, flanked by number 25, Delonte Waters at running back. Behind him, in motion, Kevin Joppy. Handoff up the middle, testing that interior of that Pennsylvania defense, and they held.
Yeah, Carazola crashed down from the outside, did a nice job squeezing in, made a real nice play there.
I know, guys, we talked about the weather today, and we talked about a couple of days ago, Doug, you talked about how hot it was. Well, today it's cool, for these players.
Well, Mark and I were in Philadelphia on Tuesday visiting Temple with that new staff they've got, that new facility they've got down there. We were on the AstroTurf field down there. It was about 110 on the field.
It was hot.
But that Temple facility is just something special now. They did a great job with it.
And tonight we might need our coach tonight, Coach.
Jones under center.
Speed.
There it is. He's got him open.
He's passing. He's hit
Yep,
as he
got
threw
him
it.
right in the corner.
Oh, my.
play.
Well defense by
Good
number
play.
2. Rashad Stewart gets his hand up there right at the end. Pass intended for Solomon Vault. Not able to pull it in. Good pass play. But I'll tell you what, number 11, Jalen Jones, got rocked right when he threw the ball.
Rashad Stewart, Perkiomen Valley High School, right outside of Philadelphia, was by far one of the best athletes in District 1, and he just made a great play there.
So Pennsylvania, after the punt of Joey Julius that only went probably 10 yards, Pennsylvania's defense is able to hold, and we get to see a highlight for this game is the kickers. Number 14, Alex Potoko, will get a chance to kick this field goal.
Well, as I said, he kicked 5 the last time I saw him in an all-star game. That would probably make it number 6 right there. He's steady. Salisbury University, so lucky to get this kid.
And it's up and good, and Maryland 10, Pennsylvania 0. You're watching the Big 33 Digital Network. We'll be back.
And Pennsylvania 0.
After the game, head for Turkey Hill to refuel and experience the thrill of fuel savings victory. Save 3 cents per gallon every day with your Turkey Hill Rewards card, or save even more when you earn rewards points on your purchases at the Hill. Quench your thirst, pick up a meal or a snack, and save on your fuel with your rewards card. Score big savings now at Turkey Hill, a proud sponsor of the Big 33 Football Classic. Want to find out our closest store? Visit turkeyhillstores.com.
Well, we're back. Mark, Pennsylvania, both of you guys coached football, and both of you guys coached in championship games. Pennsylvania's down 10-0. As a coach, what is your thinking here early in this game?
Well, Pennsylvania just got to settle down. This is a long football game. The rules highlight the big play. They got off to a real bad start there with that second drive that they had. First play, they went back 17 yards, for gosh sakes. And to be down 10-0 is actually a plus because they didn't score a touchdown that last time. So, defense did a nice job bowing their neck and only allowing a field goal. And for right now, that's a win.
Potoko, again, kicking for Maryland, back deep. Claiborne.
If he can put it in the end zone again, that's going to be huge because I'll tell you what, them Pennsylvania kids, they can return the football.
And it'll be Claiborne, and he won't, and it'll be another touchback.
That's huge.
So in the battle of the kickers right now, the Maryland kicker seems to be having, and I know Julius hasn't had a lot of opportunities right now, but Potoko is really kicking well today. He gets a field goal, 2 touchbacks to start the game.
Coach Potoko hit 57 out of 58 point afters. He just hit the field goal. He hit that down there. 57 times out of 79 times, he's kicked it in the end zone.
That's
impressive. I mean, he's something special. But I'll tell you what, Maryland's looking down the barrel of a double-barrel shotgun. Pennsylvania can score points, and they can do it in a hurry.
And here's Williams in motion, Edmonds, and Edmonds will get the ball to try to get outside. He is not able to get outside. Defense by Jamal Woodland. The cornerback comes up, makes a stop, and that'll be a 2-yard loss, Coach.
Watch how many red jerseys there are around that football. They're swarming. They've got to play that kind of defense. They got to be relentless. I heard Coach Parrish yelling on the field about being relentless at practice.
Are you guys surprised that maybe PA is not testing the middle of that defense as opposed to hitting the flanks where the speed of Maryland is?
Well, I think it's early too, Jerome. They're just trying to get a flavor for what Maryland's just trying to do. They certainly have strength. Here's a shot.
And Williams, he fades back pass and he hits it. Number 7, Delane Hart gets the big play for Pennsylvania. Defense by number 23. Anthony Chesley ends up making the tackle and possibly a touchdown saving tackle, but a good throw, good catch by the offense.
Yeah, really good throw by Lenny Williams into the wind like that, giving him a chance to make it. He gets Hart gets good leverage. Real nice.
He just outran him.
Real nice.
And a good pass. I mean, that was a very accurate throw.
And that's just really what Pennsylvania needed, just to kind of get on the other side of the 50 and get some positive yards and some confidence.
And again, you see number 3, Lenny Williams, shows he's a dual threat quarterback that really has shown his ability to throw the ball out of Stowe Rock. He's headed to Temple University. He's in the shotgun. He has trips to the right. Williams throws the ball, hits number 4, Smith. Smith tries to get up, and just a brilliant defensive play by Josh, number 22, and that's how a corner is supposed to play.
Well, when you talk about the strength of Maryland, a big part of it's the play of those corners. They really just get off the football and they play hard.
And Gontard gets off his block, and he actually makes the play, and it's a 1-yard loss for Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Thad Smith should have probably made that inside cut instead of bounce it out. That guy's out. His head was outside. He should have made that inside cut and got off field.
2nd down and 9 for Pennsylvania. Williams again in the shotgun.
Got a little tripped coverage here, Coach, out to the left.
Trip to the left. Hit it. Hand off to Chase Edmonds. Chase goes off the right. There's a flag on the play, and this will probably come back, Coach.
I think that was a hole, but I'm not sure about that. I looked like a hole to me, but I'll tell you, what becomes important here is that 3rd down conversion. Now, Maryland's really got to just play up on their toes, keep pressure on. Pennsylvania's settling in and start to establish, as I said earlier, you're looking down the barrel of a shotgun there. Those guys can score at any time. You got some big players. Number 7 going back out on the field.
And like you said, it is a holding penalty, which backs Pennsylvania up. Still 2nd down, but a long ways to go. Probably about 2nd and 20 for Pennsylvania.
They got 2 plays to get 20. Don't get too crazy now.
And I know some coaches, I mean, I guess that's probably the best decision. You got 2 plays to get 20
you got number 1 out there.
You
got number 1 out there, man-on-man coverage. He's in an island. You know, you just got to be careful because they're going to try with 1 down the middle of the
Williams
field.
back to throw. He's getting a little bit of pressure in his face. There you see his legs.
Watch
he
out.
Gets out. He has blockers in front of him. Williams gets upfield, and he's brought down. He gets more than half of the yards back on 1 play, athletic play there by the quarterback, Williams.
Well, that's his strength. I mean, he certainly can use his legs, and he made a real good decision not throwing that ball. And again, you can see here this guy's covered. Maryland did a great job. He avoided the first rush, followed the caravan. Now they're manageable. Now they're back down inside the 40.
And number 71, Gary Gross, the defensive tackle out of Douglas, he comes up and forces that whole thing, but he couldn't get Williams down.
And the kid Gillis Rashid out of Northwest, that linebacker, I told you he could run. He ran it down from behind. It was nice. They're trying to build a little wall around him.
Rolls out. He has a guy open on the play, and he drops it. Number 7, Delane Hart, is not able to pull it in, which would have gave Pennsylvania a touchdown on the play. And you heard the crowd, a big sigh over the Pennsylvania crowd after that pass was not able to be completed.
Great route, great throw.
That's one of the ones if you're playing the high
nice
school.
Job.
Yep. They'd have been striking up the band on that one when they coach.
Well, you know, what do we always teach? Catch at the highest point, right? He let it get down into his body and just that split second, he took his eye off of it.
And
He'll make up for it.
You get a good look at Williams right there. Very compact, 5'11", 198-pound quarterback, going to Temple University next fall. He's put up some pretty good throws here.
He's off to a good start. He's going to be okay.
You know, now you see that offensive line of Pennsylvania lined up, a defensive front of Maryland, putting pressure on, see if they can contain him, put the heat on.
Again, throws back, goes back to the receiver, and again, this time it was well defensed by number 23 for Maryland. That's Anthony Chesley, makes the play, and that's, again, we highlight those cornerbacks for the Maryland team. None of them under 6 foot.
Well, you're going to
rolls right, and pumps it and then throws it backside.
And it was just, you know, it's
good
great.
Coverage.
Everything was good. But,
good coverage.
You know, Jamal Woodland, you got Chesley in there, and you got Woods. Those three guys, they're playing defensive back about as well as you can play it. They're covered those guys well. Has to be a perfect pass and has to be caught.
And there you have Hart, who he's from Martin Luther King High School, and he's going to Toledo. 10, Maryland, Pennsylvania 0. We'll be back after these messages. Big 33 Digital Networks.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
I'm no stranger to concussions, so I know how vital it is to have the best care. Allegheny Health Network is utilizing new C3 Logix technology to revolutionize concussion diagnosis and treatment. It allows trainers to do baseline tests before play begins, document an injury immediately, and upload information to healthcare professionals. It's the most modern way to play it safe, even when you're playing all out. Learn more at ahn.org.
We're back. Maryland has the ball on about the 38-yard line, their own 38-yard line. Under center, number 11, Jalen Jones at quarterback. He's going to roll out to the left, and he throws the ball in the vicinity of number 25, Delonte Waters, but it just goes dead in the middle of the field with no reception.
Good coverage by Pennsylvania. All three guys were covered out of the backfield. That's tough with all that misdirection and staying with your man. They're just trying to get those rub routes, and Pennsylvania would have none of it. Again, Christian Leser, he's a smart football player. He's going to Boston College, and he's a really good player.
Jalen Jones, you know, he was one of the kids that came in. The quarterback, Zach Abbey, out of Spalding High School, got hurt. They picked this young fella up, and he's going to head down. He's going to New Mexico. He's out of South River, but he's a gamer now. He'll get the ball moving.
And here's the defense for Pennsylvania: Hill, Swaggart, Shaw, Carazola, and Leser. And then you have Franklin, Manischel, Genove, Amara, Feaster, and Burke for the Pennsylvania defensive starters. Number 11, that's Jalen Jones. He'll be back in the shotgun.
I think they might try Reggie White. He's out here at the outside. Interesting thing about Reggie, his dad, he coached him and played in the Big 33 game.
Jones rolls
he
left.
laid it up.
He lays
Reggie's
it up.
out there in front. He's got it.
Reggie
looked it
gets
in.
the catch on
He's
the
right
play.
there.
Beautiful pass play. Reggie gets the ball. Beautiful play. Defensed on the play for Pennsylvania by number 28, Brandon Feemster, but Feemster is not able to pull in the defensive play, and there's the replay. Coach, what
Reggie
happened?
had it from the start. He got him matched up, break him on the move right there. That's wonderful play by Jalen Jones. Look at him look that ball in, like Mark said, pulled it in at the last minute. His daddy played in the league, played in the NFL, was a lineman, and played in the Big 33 game for Maryland.
Pennsylvania was in that nickel rush group. They went upfield, and the quarterback just stepped up underneath it and had time to throw it. You got to stay in your lanes, PA.
Jones under center. He's going to hand off right into the teeth of the Pennsylvania defense, but Pennsylvania defense was ready on the play. This time by number 18, Luke Carazola, the defensive end, comes up and makes the play.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job squeezing down. Both ends, they're very good players. They're both going to play that position in college. And that defensive inside group would have none of that inside trap this time, which is a good sign. So hopefully Maryland goes back to they're not going to get that inside play again.
Kid carrying the ball, Delonte Wooders is out of the Eastern Shore of Maryland, down right on the coast, and out of Parkside High School. He's had a great career in high school.
Brings up second down for Maryland. Jones again will
He's got
have
freedom.
a swing
He's
pass.
in the end zone.
Number
Coach.
8,
He's gone.
touchdown Kevin Joppy. Swing pass, no defenders in the area. Touchdown Maryland.
He's out of Quince Orchard High School. He's got great speed. He's done a lot of stuff all year long that was really good. You can't let him get free in space because he's got a motor.
They both came down and did a great job blocking. It was a swing screen. And what a terrific job by the wideouts picking off those.
And coaches, it just looks like PA was just not ready. That was just a good play call.
Yeah.
PA was not ready for that at all.
That corner, he's got to look outside in. He goes too far inside. He's got to see that extra man coming.
Patoko for the kick for the extra point.
The head coach from Maryland's calling the plays, Brian Van Dusen. His daddy was a football coach too, and Brian learned from about 5 years old.
And Pennsylvania is down 17-0. We'll be back. Big 33 Digital Network after these messages.
I'm no stranger to concussions, so I know how vital it is to have the best care. Allegheny Health Network is utilizing new C3 Logix technology to revolutionize concussion diagnosis and treatment. It allows trainers to do baseline tests before play begins, document an injury immediately, and upload information to healthcare professionals. It's the most modern way to play it safe, even when you're playing all out. Learn more at ahn.org.
After the game, head for Turkey Hill to refuel and experience the thrill of fuel savings victory. Save 3 cents per gallon every day with your Turkey Hill Rewards card, or save even more when you earn rewards points on your purchases at the Hill. Quench your thirst, pick up a meal or a snack, and save on your fuel with your rewards card. Score big savings now at Turkey Hill, a proud sponsor of the Big 33 Football Classic. Want to find out our closest store? Visit turkeyhillstores.com.
Maryland up on Pennsylvania 17-0 with 9:59 left in the second quarter. Back deep for Pennsylvania, number 6 Claiborne, number 24 Chase Edmonds, and number 22 Colin Genove again will try to get this Pennsylvania offense going. Coaches, we had a couple of big drops by this Pennsylvania receiving corps, which made things even more complicated, and then the punt definitely was a hurt piece for the Pennsylvania team.
And the key to all these games is get off to a good start to get that confidence and get that team. The last thing you want to do is have your back against the wall early and start second guessing things.
And this will be returned.
Let's see how the coverage is here. We got a pretty good breakdown.
Claiborne gets upfield, gets a pretty decent return, gets to about the 30-yard line, his own 31. So Pennsylvania will take over on downs and see if they can generate some kind of offense. It seems like some of the things they want to do, Coach, they have. It's just that they're not able to execute.
Well, you just got to make the plays. I mean, the pass protection's been solid, and you have to make that catch. And they've had 1 or 2 blocks that they needed to make that they weren't able to do, and Maryland's flying around.
And Mark Piles out of Lebanon will come in at quarterback.
Maryland's short a player.
Maryland's down a lineman somewhere. Something's
short
wrong
a player.
Piles will pitch it out.
Better get something here.
And a good run up the field for PA. And that, number 23, that is Terry Swanson, gets the pitch, gets about 8-9 yards on the play. Good first down play for PA.
He's from that famous program at Aliquippa High School, and numerous Division I players every year. They're always vying for the championship, and
I don't know where Stefan was the last play, Coach, but he was over on the sideline getting something done.
We got a good chance there. We got a good play, Coach. We needed it.
Piles, hands off again to number 23. This time, Swanson is stacked up by that Maryland defense. That front 5 did a good job there. No gain on the play. Brings up about a 3rd and 1 for Pennsylvania. And we talked about the size of that Pennsylvania offensive line. They're able to get it. They granted the first down, so PA will get the first down on the play.
Logan Casey, Gary Gross, 67-71. They're playing.
This is Pennsylvania.
Great defensive line.
Doug, this is Pennsylvania's short yard. This is their big front, their big package. They've got Clock, they've got Burke, and they've got Carrizol over there in a power set. This is that formation I was telling you about.
Well, Piles under center. We got the run formation with a lot of beef up front.
Yep. There you
Pitch
go. Look
to
at
number
that
23. Good defensive play. Even with that power,
Pennsylvania didn't go straight ahead. They went to the outside and tested that speed.
Well, you can see Rasheed Gillis, number 4 in there from Maryland out of Northwest High School. He's headed to Shepherd University in West Virginia. And Shepherd's got 2 or 3 kids in this game and make a living off of taking the really good Maryland players and mix them in with West Virginia and Virginia players.
And that's Monty Cater, the head coach at Shepherd, and he's always putting together a very, very good team at a Division II level down there in West Virginia.
That's a great coach with some great assistants.
Excellent football.
Mark Piles again will be under center, number 23. Terry Swanson in the backfield, motion number 4, Thaddeus Smith. Handoff again, that Maryland defense, and they're swarming. It's hard to call names of who's on the tackle because they're all on the tackle.
Yeah, they've got them really playing. You got Casey Wakoko out of Eleanor Roosevelt. He's a tough kid. You've got
that was Jackson.
In there.
That was Jackson. 19. Jackson did a real nice job filling. The offensive lineman's not coming down inside and taking that middle linebacker out. He's filling up in there before we can get to him.
And that brings up about a 3rd down and 7 for Pennsylvania.
It's a
Piles,
key play here.
again, key play for Pennsylvania, as Mark said. Piles will be in the shotgun, flanked by number 23, Swanson on the right side and trips to the right. Piles gets the ball. He'll roll out to the right. He's going to throw. Defense is there.
Here's where this kid's
and here's
trouble.
Piles. Piles takes off, breaks the tackle, gets to the outside, and he will pick up the first down on the play. Ran out of bounds by number 33, Jamal Woodland, makes the tackle, but Piles gets the first down.
That's the biggest worry that the Maryland defensive coaches had. You know, is this kid getting the ball pulled down, taking off, running with the ball? He had 35 open on there. You know, you got good coverage, but when he tucks that ball, he's gone.
Doug, both these quarterbacks are run-pass guys, so there's certainly that was a huge play for Pennsylvania. Getting that first down.
And
that was
Taylor
huge.
almost had the tackle on the play. Piles is under center this time, trips to his right. Piles is going to pitch it out to the boundary to number 23, Swanson, and he doesn't get much. Again, test that speed. That speed for Maryland wins out.
Great support by the linebacker in the corners. The end got hooked there a little bit. They got to get a little bit more play off that end over there. They're struggling just a little bit with it.
I think Swanson just needs to be a little more patient, Doug. It was an inside cut. He just tried to hurry to the corner. There was nobody pressing it. Just relax.
Yeah. And that brings up a 2nd down for Pennsylvania on about their own 47-yard line. Or no, Maryland's 47-yard line. Piles will be back again in the shotgun. Twins to the right and the left.
Gary Gross, number 71, playing down to the inside for Maryland, just had a tough game. I mean, you're talking about
dangerous throw, picked off by number 12. Josh Woods takes it the distance, a pick 6. There you go. Maryland scores, flips in the end zone, and that's a flag for excessive celebration.
Coach Van Dusen over there just went absolutely crazy over that little jump into the end zone. There's no place for that for him, I guarantee you. But happy as he is, yep.
Mark, tell me about this, the pass play here for Pennsylvania. Piles just lays this out there.
That's a long throw. I mean, gee, that's from one hash up to the numbers other side. And Woods, as good as he is, he baited it. And he just sat back there and then waited for the quarterback to make a decision, and he just reacted.
We talked about Josh Woods earlier. You look at 71 putting the pressure on, but Josh Woods is one of them kids going to play on Sunday. He understands the game. He reads the ball. He's got the speed. You know, he can accelerate and run. He's a big-time player.
Like you said, it was a long throw, and those deep outs, they need to be on the rope.
Yeah, and it's a side a little bit earlier. I mean, that's a tough one.
Well, Kapoko again will try for the extra point, and he gets it through.
Automatic now.
And Maryland just jumps out to a huge lead, 24-0. Big game. You're watching the Big 33 Digital Network. We'll be back after these messages.
When it comes to variety and convenience, kick off your shopping at Turkey Hill Mini Markets, your one-stop shop for fuel, fresh brewed coffee, ice-cold drinks, slushies, snacks, grab-and-go meals, and more. Score big fuel savings, 3 cents per gallon every day, or with your extra points, earn up to $1 per gallon with your Turkey Hill Rewards card. After the game, touch down at the Hill, your neighborhood Turkey Hill Mini Markets, a proud supporter of the Big 33 Football Classic. After the game, head for Turkey Hill to refuel and experience the thrill of fuel savings victory. Save 3 cents per gallon every day with your Turkey Hill Rewards card, or save even more when you earn rewards points on your purchases at the Hill. Quench your thirst, pick up a meal or a snack, and save on your fuel with your rewards card. Score big savings now at Turkey Hill, a proud sponsor of the Big 33 Football Classic. Want to find out our closest store? Visit turkeyhillstores.com.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
I'm no stranger to concussions, so I know how vital it is to have the best care. Allegheny Health Network is utilizing new C3 Logix technology to revolutionize concussion diagnosis and treatment. It allows trainers to do baseline tests before play begins, document an injury immediately, and upload information to healthcare professionals. It's the most modern way to play it safe, even when you're playing all out. Learn more at ahn.org. I'm no stranger to concussions, so I know
Deep
how
within
vital.
you is a relentless drive. You come prepared. You come willing to work. You come to win. Discover the Performance Protein Bar made just for you. Come ready. 24 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, no sugar alcohols. One unbelievably awesome taste. Come ready. You don't quit, and neither should your bar. Come ready for the competitor in you.
The Big 33 Football Classic is brought to you by Dauphin County, proud supporter of the Big 33 Football Classic. Sutliff Chevrolet since 1931. Kron's Bars Come Ready Nutrition. Allegheny Health Network. Turkey Hill Mini Mars, proud sponsor of the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation's Pennsylvania and Maryland Cheerleaders Program. Eastern Alliance Insurance and the Maryland Football Coaches Association. The Big 33
Welcome
Football
back.
Classic.
Patoko is back to kick. Maryland is up 24-0 for against Pennsylvania, and right now Maryland has all the momentum.
Discovering history,
kicking it off.
cutting-edge technology.
Back deep, number 6, Claiborne again will try to field it. This time it'll go to Edmonds.
You're not blocking that guy.
Edmonds gets upfield. It looks like it's going to be a really good return for Chase Edmonds. Edmonds is able to get to about the 40 or the 38-yard line. Great return, good field position for Pennsylvania. That's exactly what they needed.
Well, that penalty, that excessive celebration penalty was great. That young man made a heck of a play, but he gave Pennsylvania a chance to get some momentum by field position, kicking into the wind from the 20.
Pennsylvania's got the ball on the right side of the 50 now.
They got to make money this drive. They've got to get something going.
Well, Pennsylvania got a penalty in their favor, and now they have an opportunity to see what they can do. Back in at quarterback is Lenny Williams. Again, we'll try to get some offense generated.
You got a little trip package over there over top.
And there's Williams. Williams a rollout, quick out, number 4. Thaddeus Smith gets upfield, it looks like he may have the first down. Defensed on the play by number 42 for Maryland. That's Daniel Apu.
Good evening.
Makes the
My
play.
name is Sean Kaup. I'm the director
Smith is
of
from
marketing
Philadelphia. He's from Cardinal O'Hara High School. Danny Algio is his coach, and Danny he just had Tom Savage drafted. He always has some good players playing in this game, and this guy's no exception. He's going to Boston College.
And it'll be 4th down actually, or second down. Okay, they had to change it.
Yep.
And
Taylor and Apu. Look at that. That perimeter
Williams again.
coverage.
He throws the pass. Oh, it's dropped again. This is the second drop. This time by number 7. Hart again is not able to pull the ball in. Momentum is done.
Well, they got to convert here and relax. This young man's got to just get his hands out and catch the ball away from his body. He's letting it come into him. Now, it looks like the sun might be an issue, but gee whiz, got to catch that ball.
Well, it brings up a 3rd and inches for Pennsylvania. I mean, you have to think, Coach, they have to get this first down.
Well, now we'll see how those linebackers, how close they'll play up in there, how hard they'll react. You know, Pennsylvania, in the old days, in that power eye football and the eye football we used to run, Pennsylvania was ever 3rd and short. It was a first down. So we'll see. You know, we've gone to a thing where you spread the ball over the field and throw it like crazy and do all kind of misdirection. You know, every once in a while it just comes to who's the man on 3rd and short, you know.
Well, there's no doubt. They have that heavy package, but they've got them spread out right now.
Well, that little quarterback, he makes stuff happen. So, I mean, it's one of the things that Maryland coaches were talking about earlier. Are you better to let him complete the ball or make him pull it back down? Because when he pulls it back down, all your coverage is blown everywhere up, and you're just trying to run him down from the backside.
And it looks like it's second down, but in 10 yards to go. And that's where I was a little confused a little earlier.
I don't think they gave him the first down on the last play, but it really should have been.
It should have been.
Now it's
exactly.
Here we are.
And that's what I thought. I mean, it looked like it was beyond the pylon for first down territory. And then he marked it short. Then it went fourth. Then it went second. So it brings up a second down and 10 for Pennsylvania. Number 3, Williams will be under center. This time Chase Edmonds in the backfield. Number 4, Smith goes in motion. Handoff to Edmonds, makes a quick move, gets to the outside. He darts, and he's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Chase Edmonds, Pennsylvania.
Chase actually cut outside the block. Maryland made a great play on the inside trap, but he actually bounced it outside. Their guy came squeezing. As you can see here, he cuts it outside, and that linebacker just kind of sucked up inside, and he made a nice bounce play. He's a very naturally gifted running back.
And he's going to Fordham University out of Central Dauphin East High School.
Pennsylvania needs a wing back. Need a wing. They're short a guy.
And PA looks like they're short a guy. They're going to get one out.
We're good.
And this will be Julius with the extra point attempt.
I think he's going to hit the roller coaster over in the park with this one.
And it's blocked by Maryland.
This is part of the rules. This is part of the rules.
This can be brought back.
This is part of the rules. Oh, what a good play.
Good saving tackle. Number 23, Anthony Chesley gets upfield, almost breaks it. Number 10, Christian Lezer
again.
Able to make the saving tackle. And Pennsylvania does get on the board, however, 24-6 against Maryland.
What a good play by Lezer, hustling from the far wing. He's the last guy out there for the extra point. Here comes Lezer. He's on the right side. He comes all the way across the field.
And I think Josh Woods may have gotten a hand on it. He's the 6'3", so he has the height. Cornerback out of McDowell. He's going to Maryland. He may have gotten his paw up there to block that play. When you have 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" guys, you put them in the middle of that defense.
Tall, rangy, and fast. He's got all the skills, you know.
Way too much push allowed by Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania should have been much stouter. I think they just kind of allowed that. Maryland caught him off guard and got right in there.
Special teams have certainly been a part of the in every All-Star game, but at this point in time, Maryland special teams have been almost flawless in a sense, and Pennsylvania's had a little bit of trouble with theirs. So, it's one of the things, possession time becoming a factor in it. But just like you could see there, Pennsylvania's got talent, and it's a long football game left here. We're 5 minutes from the half. I'm telling you that it's going to be a barn burner at the end, mark my words.
And that's a good point. And I remember, Mark, when we were talking earlier, we were talking about the game and how the second half can be an explosion.
Well, the second half's always a different game in this game because everybody seems to kind of get their feet underneath them. But 24-6 that's a lot of numbers. And quite frankly, Maryland's outplaying Pennsylvania right now. They're doing a great job.
Mark, I'm not quite sure what's taking place here. It could be, I'm not sure, but I think they're going to let them re-kick it because maybe somehow it was a rules violation on the extra point. But the block came from the center of the thing, so I'm not sure.
Well, I don't know if they're supposed to block from the edge or not. We do not have that rule. That is a rule we do not have.
Well, as we discussed and debate up here, it's possible that Pennsylvania will get a chance to re-kick. As we know, all-star games do have different rules. All-star games do have rules, and the rules, Coach, seem to be geared to try to make sure that there is ability to be point scored and keep the game close.
Correct, and quite frankly, you have a week to put together a whole offense and a whole defense. You spend time on special teams, but it's something that it's the one area that you probably could take a.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's why the re-kick. And I don't know if you remember the game last year where the exact opposite happened and Pennsylvania blocked it, picked it up, took it for a touchdown last year.
Okay.
And what happens is now we're good because we have two coaches up here in the top, Kyle Schmidt, who played in Pennsylvania, and
George Shue.
and they're up
George
here, and
Shue.
they're on those rules. So if that had gone for a touchdown, they would have still called it back because there has to be a delay in there in the block. So,
and that's why we have the experts up here, and Doug and Mark. If we don't know the rule, we're going to get the rule. And you came back in record time. I think you had it in about a couple of seconds.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what it'll be. Now, the only thing, every time you have an all-star game, and Maryland and Pennsylvania Coaches Associations have formed a real tight bond in here. Mark Schmidt from the state of Pennsylvania has been a big factor, and he's up here in the booth with us today and helping us establish a real strong relationship. So what we want to do is come up here and see a great football game, showcase our best high school players in both states, celebrate the game of football, and have a great afternoon.
Well, here we go. Julius will
Well, Coach,
kick
we
again.
sure like you guys coming, but we're not too crazy about this 24-6 thing, pal. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Well,
we're a little ambushed right now, buddy. We got to settle down and get going.
Well, holding for Pennsylvania will be Smith. Julius will tee it up again for the extra point for PA, and we'll see if they can shore up that middle. This time, Julius's kick is up, and it's probably all the way into the parking lot. And Pennsylvania will go to 7 as opposed to 6. Maryland 24, Pennsylvania 7. We'll be back after these messages on the Big 33 Digital Network.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Summer's hot, and so are the savings at Sutliff Chevrolet.
Bigger selection, better prices, lower payments, we get it.
Get up to $8,600 in sizzling savings on your new Silverado. You're going to love your new Sutliff Chevy Cruze, and you're going to love your payment, $159 a month.
We have a Chevy for every need.
And a payment for every budget.
The road's all yours when you drive Equinox, now only $199 a month. It's the Summer Savings Sizzler at Sutliff Chevrolet Harrisburg.
You're still the reason we put the key in the door.
The Big 33 Football Classic is brought to you by Dauphin County, proud supporter of the Big 33 Football Classic. Sutliff Chevrolet since 1931. Kron's Bars Come Ready Nutrition. Allegheny Health Network. Turkey Hill Mini Marts, proud sponsor of the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation's Pennsylvania and Maryland Cheerleaders Program. Eastern Alliance Insurance and the Maryland Football Coaches Association.
Capocco kicks off for Maryland, returned by Edmonds, and Edmonds, he explodes through the center, and he's starting to get going. And again, coaches, we saw Pennsylvania just scored. They kicked the extra point, and then Maryland kicks off again. Doug, can you talk a little bit about why that's the case for our fans at home?
In all-star rules, they design a lot of time to keep the game really exciting. And so what happens if you get down by 2 touchdowns, then what happens, it reverts back and you go back to the kickoff again. So that's why Maryland had to kick off twice in a row. It might seem like it's not quite fair. Last year when the game was out of bounds because Pennsylvania was whacking Maryland pretty good, it helped Maryland get back in the game and make a game of it. And that's what we're looking for here because the kids have 1 week of practice. It's hard to get it all done right.
Piles back to pass for Pennsylvania. He throws the ball to Edmonds. Edmonds does catch the ball, tackled, upended by number 12, Josh Woods, but Edmonds is able to hang on, and we're starting to see a little bit of the Chase Edmonds show a little bit.
Well, that was a great timing throw by Mark Piles, and Chase came out of the backfield. As you can see here, he comes out of the backfield, and the linebacker's running with him, and he makes a heck of a catch. Woods comes off his coverage and makes a heck of a hit, and we still hang on to the ball. What a great play.
And that's Sammer,
yep.
Mana, the linebacker on the covers out of Northwest, was not able to keep up with Edmonds. And we have Piles again in the shotgun, trips to his left. He'll roll out to his left. He'll throw it quickly to number 4. Another drop ball, this time to Smith, is not able to pull the ball in. That's probably the 4th drop for PA.
That ball was thrown a little bit behind him, though. It's a tough catch, but you got to make that play.
Especially with the sunlight in your face over there.
You do.
And that's what we keep seeing.
We
can see the sun is on that side, and he's looking this way. It could have been a sun right in his face.
He has to come back across his body. That throw's got to be a little further outside.
That'll bring up
catch right there.
Second down, pitch and catch drop, 2nd down and 10 for Pennsylvania. Piles will remain in at quarterback. This time he will be in the shotgun formation, flanked by number 23, Terry Swanson. In motion, number 4, Smith. Piles, slight roll to his right. He's going to throw back the other way. Backside post to number 7. Good coverage on the play, but Hart is not able to pull it in. And number 23, Chesley, again, is on the defense.
I'll tell you, that kid Logan Casey for the Maryland team, he's going to shepherd also. He's about 6'1". They said he's a little bit short. I think he thinks he's 6'5", by the way he's playing. Nobody told him he's 6'1", because, I mean, he's coming off that football. He plays for one of the great programs in the state of Maryland, Middletown High School. The new coach at Towson, Rob Ambrose, he was from Middletown, and the big old offensive tackle, Falcinelli, who's done a great job here today, are out of that Middletown Knights program.
Piles again in the shotgun formation. Williams in motion. Piles is going to throw. He throws the screenplay to Edmonds. Edmonds almost gets away with it, but a good defensive effort. Stopped finally by Apu, who's able to come up and make the defensive play.
Watch 71, Gary Gross. Watch the pressure that child puts on. That's athletic for a big boy. He's going up to Nassau Community College, and his coach is on the sideline over there coaching the secondary, so he's got him playing. But Gross was all that and the chips too.
PA had a tackle in position. He had to make that block. He did a good job slipping that block and making that play.
And it looks like
otherwise it could have been out the gate.
Exactly. They're going to give Julius an opportunity to boot this through.
What do you think, Mark?
I think he's going to make it.
All right.
He's going to pump up the whole team.
It's a long kick.
Nope.
Looks like he will not make it. It's going to be wide left for Pennsylvania. That means Maryland will take over on downs.
Well, I'll tell you, J.C. Pinckney's on the sideline over there, just proud as that kid 71 who's yelling at him coming off the field. He's his player, you know, and you come to a game as a coach and your player's play, you hope he plays as well as he can play.
There's no doubt about that.
And we know that Julius has been able to hit kicks of that distance before, probably in the 40 range. He was able to do that. We'll see Maryland take over on downs. They're going to take over at the 20. We saw the rule situation. Again, it'll back them up to the 20 as if it was a touchback.
It's 3:37. They've got time to go the distance on it. Let's see who's they got in at quarterback.
Pennsylvania's got their speed end in there, Jared Falks.
And
he's
this
out
time,
of Susquehanna High School. He's fast. He's a very fast defensive end.
Carter will be in at quarterback. Carter hands off to number 3, Dickerson. He's not able to get outside. Holding that end is number 18, Carazola is able to make the play out of the Chamonix. He's going to University of Connecticut, Mark.
He did a real nice job staying home. I'm proud of him. And good play. Do a nice job stopping it up inside. He keeps leverage, just stays with it, getting late support.
Markel Zimmer tried to make something out of nothing. That's how you get to the second level. If something ain't there, you better try something else.
And defensive tackle Swigert, who's going to Princeton, he comes up 6'5", 265, gets that early penetration.
Did a real nice job bottling up the middle.
Carter back to pass. It looked like we're going to have some flags for possibly the Maryland team.
This is that nickel rush team I was telling you about, Doug. They move clock inside. They bring Jared Folks and Hill, and Carazola moves inside too.
You know, the football built some great relationship. His coach was talking about the young fellow, Trey Clark, out of a Lower Dolphin. His uncle played at Bloomsburg High School. Kenny Clark was a, sort of an All-American there. He's in their Hall of Fame, and he came down. He coached in the county. We did. Ken Clark, great human being, and was a great player.
And there's Maryland, which will be second down and 20. And you see number 2, Carter, back in the shotgun. He's going to throw, and no, he's not. He's actually going to take off and let that athleticism play. And a good defensive play by number 9, Tyler Burke. Makes the play out of Coltsville, PA, headed to Maryland.
Tyler really did a great job there. He saved their bacon because this guy was off to the races if he didn't make that tackle.
The two of them will be playing up side by side next year.
Heck of a tackle right there. That was a big-time play. I'm not sure why they're not calling timeout here, but
Antoine Carter was looking to take that downfield.
And
real nice play.
And Carter, you look at him. He's a really good-looking, quarterback at 6'2", 185 pounds. So he has the height, has a little bit of that athleticism that you need in that dual-threat quarterback. He's under center now. He's going to pass, pump fakes. Defense is there, but beautiful ball to number 10. That Solomon Vault makes the catch on the play. Defense by number 22, Colin Genove. But again, Maryland strikes, and we talked about the defense and we talked about the rules. As far as the secondary is concerned, what kind of defense can you play in the secondary?
All man. Straight man. So you got that guy. But the key there, Pennsylvania had a guy come clean and he missed the tackle on the quarterback, and the quarterback stepped up again and made a really nice play.
So it's man-to-man, mano-y-mano on the front end on the line and man-to-man in the back. And again, a pass
Reggie
play.
White just overthrown.
And it's overthrown to Reggie White, not able to pull it in.
That's nice coverage by Genove. That's
it was
good job.
great coverage out there.
Real good.
Genove is getting tested a lot, but he's making some good plays back there. Carter's airing it out.
Solomon Volt, not in this play, but before, made the big play. Craig Kephart, when we were selecting the team, the coach down at Gaithersburg said, listen, you take Volt, he can catch the ball, he can run the ball, he can play defense. If you need anything you need, you go get him. Now,
Collins' coach Coach Greg Botta. He's on the staff here. So I'm sure he's real happy he made that play. He's at Franklin Regionals.
Maryland second down and 10. Back to pass.
Play.
Again, number 2, Carter. Overthrows number 85. Michael Till is not able to pull it in. 6'6", 255 pounds out of Wise, and he's headed to North Carolina State.
Good coverage again.
He's also the punter. Shows you how athletic he is. He won the state championship for Wise last year, jumping up in the end zone and pulling down a great play. But we haven't talked a lot about it. Maryland's offensive line has really given the quarterback a lot of time to throw the ball. And so he could stay back in there, had some time to throw, and did a nice job. But across the front, they're really playing well.
And you've talked about it in the pregame that this is probably
That's
one of
huge
Maryland's strengths is this offensive line.
It is. You
Again,
can see now, look.
Carter back to pass. The defense, good defensive play. And I don't know, what are they going to call?
Simultaneous catch.
And they're going to call it a catch by the offense.
Yep, simultaneous.
And Pennsylvania is not liking that deal.
No, but it is, that if they both come down with that's what it is. When you look at that offensive line, you're looking at Melvin Gow from Archbishop Curley, Jake Hawk,
and
Alex Helm, Justin Falcinelli.
So it's initially picked off by Patrick
both
Amara,
both of them
but Reggie White comes in and takes the ball away, and they call it a catch.
Patrick Amara was in great position to make that play happen. He just got it.
Should have knocked her away.
Yeah, he should have. Gee whiz, the heck with the interception. Knock it away.
Carter again under center.
Here it comes.
And there's a reverse, but well defense by number 18. Look, Luke Carazola makes the play, gets the early penetration, and it'll back Maryland up.
Those defensive ends have had good games.
He's doing a good job. He really
Look at that play right
Proud
there. Just slipped off of him. Yep.
He also had some help there.
Well.
By number 19, Nico Thorpe also is around the play out of Pittsburgh Central Catholic.
Nico Thorpe is a sawed-off middle linebacker. If he was 6'4", he'd have all the colleges in the world recruiting him, but he's going to Fordham, great school. He's a Pittsburgh Central Catholic guy, and he's played the state championship here for Pittsburgh Central Catholic, and is a marvelous football player. He did a real nice job inside out, filling, and it bounced it right out to Carazola, who was sitting at home and made the play.
Well, look at the Fordham team. Fordham College University is able to have 2 players on the Big 33. He'll be joining Chase Edmonds next fall as well.
Yeah. Well, the first day of practice, it was real hot, and it went 3 days, and Nico cramped up pretty heavy. He needed some fluids and a night in the hospital, so they've been kind of careful with him. But they loved what they saw on Monday, and he really, first day back was Thursday. So they're easing him into this game, but you're going to see more of him in the second half.
Mark, take a look at 73 and 76 together, Falicelli and Levi Lloyd.
Oh, boy.
I mean, that's as I said, it's one of the best offensive lines Maryland's brought up here since 1992.
Carter back to pass. Carter's going to lay it out there, and it's caught by number 85. Till brings it in, but he drops it, and it's fumbled out of bounds. Pennsylvania had a good opportunity. Let's see, the officials are going to talk about it, and they're going to call it
touchdown.
That is no touchdown.
What a smart play by that. Who was in coverage there? He put his hand out to go. Let go of the ball.
Beautiful.
Good hustle by Pennsylvania. Great catch by that young man, but he just has to put it away.
Good throw, throws it up there, lets his player get a jump ball. Till gets it.
Good hustle.
And it's a great hustle play by number 10, Christian Lezer. Again, we're calling his name a lot, Coach.
Wow, he's really, what a hustle, what a smart play that was. Just terrific.
And that'll turn it over on downs, and PA will get the ball. 44.4 seconds left until the half for PA. So PA wants to put their athletes out there and see if they can score quickly here and get on the board again.
He stripped it and recovered it, Doug.
Yeah, well,
Nice
he's a big-time player. He's a good athlete. You know, I wish we had a little pay-per-view thing where we watch the line. If you watch that kid 76, I just watched him. That was a war between he and that Pennsylvania kid
They're
on that
getting
pass
it.
play.
Well, that was that nickel front. I told you that Pennsylvania's going to get in on third
Well,
down.
they better cover them 4 verticals because they're going to lay it up. No, great
Lenny Williams
pressure.
is back to pass. He'll
Great
lose a
time.
rusher. He's kind of directing his offense, and he'll go down by number 15. Casey Wakocha makes the play on the defense and gets the sack.
You know, Casey's headed to West Virginia. You know, he can step as a linebacker. They got great speed. You know, Tavon Austin, the West Virginia's great player, came out of Baltimore and played for a friend of mine, Ben Eaton, down at Dunbar High School. And, you know, this kid's the same kind of explosive
I'm no
player.
stranger to
Just
concussion.
has to be a linebacker.
So I know how vital it is
He'll
to
make
have
a
the
name for
best
himself
care.
at West Virginia.
Williams again under center. He's going to hand it off straight
Whoa!
up the gut by number 23. Terry Swanson gets a lot of yards, but that'll be the end of the half. But a good play, but not enough to get a touchdown. That'll be the end of the half for PA. Maryland is up 24-7. We'll go to break. We'll come back and talk a little bit more about the game. You're watching the Big 33 Digital Network.
I'm no stranger to concussions, so I know how vital it is to have the best care. Allegheny Health Network is utilizing new C3 Logix technology to revolutionize concussion diagnosis and treatment. It allows trainers to do baseline tests before play begins, document an injury immediately, and upload information to healthcare professionals. It's the most modern way to play it safe, even when you're playing all out. Learn more at ahn.org.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Summer's hot, and so are the savings at Sutliff Chevrolet.
Bigger selection, better prices, lower payments, we get it.
Get up to $8,600 in sizzling savings on your new Silverado. You're going to love your new Sutliff Chevy Cruze, and you're going to love your payment, $159 a month.
We have a Chevy for every need.
And a payment for every budget.
The road's all yours when you drive Equinox, now only $199 a month. It's the Summer Savings Sizzler at Sutliff Chevrolet Harrisburg.
You're still the reason we put the key in the door.
When it comes to variety and convenience, kick off your shopping at Turkey Hill Mini Markets, your one-stop shop for fuel, fresh brewed coffee, ice-cold drinks, slushies, snacks, grab-and-go meals, and more. Score big fuel savings, 3 cents per gallon every day, or with your extra points, earn up to $1 per gallon with your Turkey Hill Rewards card. After the game, touchdown at the Hill, your neighborhood Turkey Hill Mini Markets, a proud supporter of the Big 33 Football Classic.
Good evening. I am Mike Boguski, President of Eastern Alliance Insurance Group. On behalf of all of us at Eastern, we are extremely pleased to sponsor the 2014 Big 33 Classic Host Family Awards and proud to be a corporate sponsor of the game since 2000. Although I cannot be with you this evening, I wanted to take a minute to express our gratitude to this year's host families. The host family program is one of the unique experiences available to Big 33 players and the families in our community. Our family had the honor of hosting Big 33 players for 12 years, and the relationships that are established continue to be deep, meaningful, and valued. Your dedication and commitment as a host family is special and greatly appreciated by the Big 33. Thank you to all the 2014 host families for all that you do.
The Big 33 Football Classic is brought to you by Dauphin County, proud supporter of the Big 33 Football Classic. Sutliff Chevrolet since 1931. Kron's Bars Come Ready Nutrition. Allegheny Health Network. Turkey Hill Mini Marts, proud sponsor of the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation's Pennsylvania and Maryland Cheerleaders Program. Eastern Alliance Insurance, and the Maryland Football Coaches Association.
I'm no stranger to concussion, so I know how vital.
All that happened in 1 week's time. Your 2014 Turkey Hill Big 33 cheerleaders and our cheer buddies, great job. Ladies and gentlemen, it's called the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation for a reason, because they do provide scholarships. And coming onto the field, some of the students who have received scholarships in the Big 33. Big 33 has a little year more than one scholarship. Some of those students who worked so hard for their career and are fortunately received scholarships from the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation. At this time, we like to recognize those students who are more than tonight. Recipients of the Big 33 Scholarship we congratulations to Amani Woodyard, Brittany Smell, John Pratt, Jayla Barlow, Catherine Kaufman, Connie Christiana, Lindsay Renfrew, Melanie Pizarro, Phoenix Contact, scholarship winner, Jessica Hiskowski, Ivan Hernandez. All foundation scholarship winner, Taylor Burley. Team sponsor, TMC scholarship winner, congratulations, Akiva Richard. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2014 33 scholarship winner, thank you for working so hard and best of luck in your future as you make your scholarship for the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation.
The Big 33 Football Classic is brought to you by Dauphin County, proud supporter of the Big 33 Football Classic. Sutliff Chevrolet since 1931. Kron's Bars Come Ready Nutrition. Allegheny Health Network. Turkey Hill Mini Marts, proud sponsor of the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation's Pennsylvania and Maryland Cheerleaders Program. Eastern Alliance Insurance and the Maryland Football Coaches Association. The Big 33 Football Classic is brought.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big part of the Big 33 is the host families. All of these players stay with the host family. They welcome into their homes. They welcome into their hearts. It's like we like to honor our long family for their contribution. First of all, our 5-year host family. Thank you. Richard and Stensey Todd. Mitchell and Cindy May. Todd and Beth Murphy. Gary and Beth Johnson. Chris and Kelly Pia. Serving as host families for 20 years. Rob and Linda Rosenblatt. And special thanks to our pioneers, 30-year host families, Glenn and Natalie Priest. Being honored by honorary chairman Marcus Colston, along with executive director of Big 33, Dave Trimber. Ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't do it without these host families. If you are interested in being a host family, please contact the Big 33 for more information. Much like the Big 33 football program, the Big 26 is a triumph throughout the state of Pennsylvania. Congratulations to the Big 26 team members, Jeffrey Ostrowski, Tommy Baggett, Julian Burry, Patrick Cosby, Marcus Gray, Colin Brown, Tanner Miller, Kevin Murray, and John Peterson, members of the 2014 Big 26. And once again, mark your calendar, July 18th, 19th, and 20th, Metro Bank Park Stadium in Harrisburg. Ben Hummer, Donald Knox, Jimmy Marks, Andrew Nichols, Kaiser Terry, we also have with us James Cockrell, Marcus Colston receiving his Big 33 alumni ring. Welcome back, alumni. Congratulations on your selection. Congratulations on your career since your time with the Big 33. Big 33 would like to thank Eastern Insurance.
I'm no stranger to concussions, so I know how vital it is to have the best care. Allegheny Health Network is utilizing new C3 Logix technology to revolutionize concussion diagnosis and treatment. It allows trainers to do baseline tests before play begins, document an injury immediately, and upload information to healthcare professionals. It's the most modern way to play it safe, even when you're playing all out. Learn more at ahn.org.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Summer's hot, and so are the savings at Sutliff Chevrolet.
Bigger selection, better prices, lower payments? We get it.
Get up to $8,600 in sizzling savings on your new Silverado. You're going to love your new Sutliff Chevy Cruze, and you're going to love your payment, $159 a month.
We have a Chevy for every need.
And a payment for every budget.
The road's all yours when you drive Equinox, now only $199 a month. It's the Summer Savings Sizzler at Sutliff Chevrolet Harrisburg.
You're still the reason we put the key in the door.
After the game, head for Turkey Hill to refuel and experience the thrill of fuel savings victory. Save 3 cents per gallon every day with your Turkey Hill Rewards card, or save even more when you earn rewards points on your purchases at the Hill. Quench your thirst, pick up a meal or a snack, and save on your fuel with your rewards card. Score big savings now at Turkey Hill, a proud sponsor of the Big 33 Football Classic. Want to find out our closest store? Visit turkeyhillstores.com. The Big 33 Football Classic is brought to you by Dauphin County, proud supporter of the Big 33 Football Classic. Sutliff Chevrolet since 1931. Kron's Bars Come Ready Nutrition. Allegheny Health Network. Turkey Hill Mini Marts, proud sponsor of the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation's Pennsylvania and Maryland Cheerleaders Program. Eastern Alliance Insurance and the Maryland Football Coaches Association.
Is up 24-7, and we'll go straight to the highlights. Doug, we'll start with Maryland first. There you go.
Well, you're seeing a situation here where you just got pure speed. It breaks loose. We had great block by the offensive line coming in. We said that what happened is that offensive line had to be able to control Pennsylvania's rush, be able to trap them all. The special team, there's Alex kicking that one through. I think, Alex just had a great game. You get out on the perimeter, you play throw and catch, you just get a mismatch somewhere. So it's been, you can see the pressure. Probably, if anything, the defense for Maryland has just been outstanding. We talked before the game about a kid that could play in the NFL. What puts you next level? Now, that play right there will haunt him as he gets older, but kids do that.
And here we go at PA.
Bouncing that inside play outside. Maryland did a nice job squeezing. He stayed square, made a bounce, and tried to get Pennsylvania back into the game here. We just got the three issues that you put up on the screen about what was important for Pennsylvania. Jerome, they're all biting us right now in the rear end. I mean, we're not getting pressure on that quarterback, and we came off to a tough start. And our kicker, he's only had one shot. So hopefully we can get off a good start here on this kick return.
All right, there you have it from the experts up top. Pennsylvania is down 24-7 to this Maryland team that has come out on both sides of the ball and has just played, very intense football. And Doug, you've talked about it, that speed. We've seen the speed of this Maryland team.
And they had to play with just passion, and they've done that, and they've been relentless on their pursuit. So another nice kickoff, nice and deep. See how they break down and get the coverage. So.
And this will be returned by Claiborne. He'll get upfield, able to slip a block, but then a host of Maryland defenders are able to make the play, and that'll be first down for Maryland or for Pennsylvania on their own 26, 27-yard line, moving out to see if they can get something generated on offense against this tough Maryland defense.
Well, I mean, Maryland kicked off with the wind. I'm still trying to figure out that opening game, that opening play, aren't you, Doug? I mean, that we kicked off into the wind to Maryland.
I think what happened.
We got to take advantage now.
When they made the thing, the kicker made a mistake on what he wanted, and then Maryland got to choose the end of the field.
And you got Lenny Williams in a double tight set. Good. He's going to roll right, gets the ball out of his hands very, very quickly into the hands of number 4, Thaddeus Smith, for a very short gain, about 3.5 yards.
They've moved Trey Clock at one tight end, and Alex Bloom from Ligonier Valley out in Pittsburgh. He's going to UConn. He's the other tight end. He's a big, tall guy too, and so they're trying to get some protection up front and buy time to get this. Give Lenny some time to settle down. Hopefully, good 2nd and 5.
Apu and Taylor, 42 and 35, have really helped control the perimeter. You've got great play out of Casey inside, and Jamal Woodland's just stepped up play. There's the corner right
Williams
there.
will pitch it out to Edmonds. Edmonds gets a block. Good tackle on the play by number 12, Josh Woods. But if that was a touchdown-saving tackle, it looked like Edmonds had a lot of real estate in front of him.
Doug, the adjustment is they put Clock at tight end, and he's getting the Clock's getting the best of this defensive end right here. He just knocks him off the ball and really creates that seam. He's a good football player, and he's great on both ends.
He's a big boy.
He's a real big boy.
And he's right down the road at Lower Dauphin High School. He'll be headed to Georgia Tech in the fall. 6'4", 265
little different look
pounds.
to the other side, Coach.
Yeah, they got a little power set here.
We'll see
and there is Williams.
Taylor.
Williams under center.
Okay.
He'll pitch it the other way to Chase
Good
Edmonds.
cut.
And you see Edmonds do his jump cut, and he's able to get upfield a little bit. And Coach, would you say that Pennsylvania wants to try to establish a running game? Sometimes quiet in the game, get a rhythm, establishing a running game will do that.
Well, the advantage that Pennsylvania has is they're big up front. Maryland's active. They just got to get hat on hat here and start knocking people off the football and just kind of settle down. There's a lot of football left in this game, and this is a big drive for them. And they're into the wind. They got double tight. They're stretching these guys out a little bit, and they're trying to find some seams.
Williams again in the shotgun. Edmonds to the right.
That kid Avery Taylor, 35, was
Williams
there.
overthrows number 87, Alec Bloom, the tight end, the big tight end out of Lenoir Valley. He's University of Connecticut, 6'7", 245, and just overthrown.
That's a play.
Big target.
He was wide open too. He did a nice job on a drag, and got to make that throw. Tough one.
That'll bring up a third down for this Pennsylvania team, 3rd and about 7. And again, you talked about Trey Clark playing that tight end position and really as a blocker being able to seal that edge. There's only 34 guys on each team,
right.
So you're going to have some guys that are going to play both ways a little bit.
But
so
you and I both know, Jerome, these guys, most of these guys played both ways on their team, so they're used to it.
Williams
so,
again is
big
going to
play.
throw.
Good catch.
Good catch. Pitch and catch to Thaddeus Smith, and they're going to call it out of bounds that he did not get a foot in, which will bring up 4th down for Pennsylvania.
I'll tell you, the linebackers, their coverage on the pass, the readjustment they make have been outstanding. But, still, I think really the key for Maryland defensively has been this consistent play of the 2 defensive ends. Apu's just been there every play, and we haven't said a lot about Avery Taylor out of Gaithersburg. With 35, if you watch him, he's really been holding down the perimeter.
And it's Julius will be back to punt again, and he definitely wants to make amends from the last punt he had.
Okay.
And this is a booming punt and it'll be fair caught by number 8, Kevin Joppy. Good punt by Julius.
I think it's important too, Jerome. Joe Julius is an excellent kicker, but he was not the punter. They had an excellent punter on their team, and Joe got thrown into duty here. Big 33, you only bring in one guy, usually the place kicker, and hopefully he can punt. Well, obviously he can, but having that timing and consistency is hard. He hit a good one that time, so we need him to do that the rest of this half to get us back in this game. This is a big drive.
Yeah,
Pennsylvania's got to hold up in here.
And Maryland will take over on downs at about the 11-yard line. In at quarterback for Maryland will be Carter.
Different look here this time, trying to get out on the perimeter.
Right. And Carter's going to run the ball, get to the outside, but good, solid tackle by number 28, Brandon Feemster, comes up, makes the play. Looks like the quarterback had a lot of real estate in front of him, and Feemster comes up and shuts down that door.
Doug, this guy Feemster, he's 17 years old right now. Wow. He's going to 13th grade. He has some low-level interest from some 1AAs and low Division I's. He's going to take an extra year of prep school. He's an excellent student. He's just going to take an extra year to get a year older. He's already had people inquiring as to where he's going. He plays at Downingtown East High School. He played corner there, and he's really doing a heck of a job.
They got a long tradition. The difference between being 17 and 19 is night and day.
No doubt.
It's just huge difference.
Yep.
Carter hands off to number 8,
nice
Dale. Duels.
Oh, boy.
Duke gets to the outside.
The
defense shuts down the perimeter, and you see Pennsylvania, the intensity on defense, does what they need to do.
Carazol did a nice job on that. So did Lezer. The corner did a super job. Feemster set the edge. Real nice play here. Watch how they're set the edge. Keeping that leverage. Keep fighting. Great job. Both these guys clean up. And
those corners
Felix
really
Manischel did a real nice job coming off of his block too. So
and check that was Joppy on the run to the outside.
Good perimeter
and that'll
coverage.
bring up a 3rd down and about 11 for this Maryland team.
Need a big play. He's got time to throw it.
Carter will throw it up. Ooh, almost picked off, but there's going to be a flag on the play.
I think.
It's got to be on offense, Doug.
I would think it was on offense, Coach, but I'm not sure.
We have offense on one side, we have defense on the other. Let the official call it.
Striped shirt.
If not, it's a come-on-man call now.
Well, you know what? They have, as I said, officials from both Maryland and Pennsylvania here to even it up. That way you can boo it either side. You're not prejudiced, That's a tough job being official, but that call was pretty easy to make.
That big rascal, he wanted to get body position.
Well, it looks like the officials are going to talk about it.
That's a real good defensive stand for Pennsylvania. That's a good job.
And we'll look at the replay. We can argue this until we're blue in the face.
Yeah. But it would have been great.
I mean, I think both
Patrick Amar makes that catch.
Yeah.
Boy, that would have been great.
Both guys seem to get their hands on each other, but it'll bring up a 4th down for Maryland.
Okay. The big rascal's got to make up for it now. He's going to punt.
Yep. He can hang him up in the air now.
Okay.
He's got a little leg on him.
Holy. Ooh.
And that's Till.
Oh, no.
He's going to punt, and he's going to shank that.
Okay.
And that'll probably be out around the 35-yard line, his own 35, which means PA will have excellent field position.
There are 2 plays he'd like back, Coach Duval.
There were 2 plays that Mike and Till would like back. But last night we had a little an event where we celebrated the whole Big 33 game. Micah spoke for the Maryland team, and I thought he just did a very impressive job.
He did.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have Julius on one side that's doing the kicking duties and the punting duties. He had a 1 shank, and we had Till that comes down. He has a shank too. Both give up good field position. PA is in a good position right now to try to see if they can get some points on the board, sitting on their own on Maryland's 25-yard line.
Well, they got a field goal kicker that can kick. They're in a power formation right now. They got the field spread a little bit to the wide side. Quarterback's got, he's trying to get him in there. He's going to throw it a little step
Powell's
screen.
quick pass, and they're going to do a double pass, and it's underthrown by number 2, Stewart, and it's picked off by number 12, Josh Woods.
I'll tell you what, Woods had a big game here tonight. Holy moly.
He did, but I'll tell you what, that was an underthrown ball. I think it looks like the receiver was open, but this was definitely underthrown by Stewart. Picked off.
That's very untypical Pennsylvania football right there because, in the old days, they take that ball on the 35. I can see George Curry now. You better buckle them up because we're coming right at you for about 4 plays in a row. We need to get 10 yards, 4 plays, and here we go.
Well, Coach, Steve
the drive before was very productive.
Right.
You won't sit up. You hate to be the guy questioning the call, but first down, take a shot at him, see what happens.
What do you think Schiffer was thinking on that
Well,
play?
he wants to make the big play, and I see it. He wants to get the motivation going. And
I'll tell you what, that quarterback not being able to throw the ball isn't the worst thing right now.
Jalen Jones takes the ball up the field as a quarterback, and you talk about both teams have dual threat quarterbacks. He's able to get about 7 yards on the play.
He's out of South River High School, little school down near Annapolis, Maryland. He's got good speed. He really is as much of a running back. He played a little bit of both. He and the quarterback, Antoine Carter. Carter really is going to Maryland as a cornerback, not a quarterback.
And that jet sweep motion, Doug, the backside of Pennsylvania's defense really has to be smart. Squeeze and such. Because that guy, one missed block there, and he's off the races.
Jones is under center.
Fumble.
The ball's on the carpet. Looks like PA will pick it up. And on the recover is number 19. That's Nico Thorpe. Is able to pick up the ball and give Pennsylvania exactly what they needed defensively.
Inside out. Nice job on that play. Fumble. I don't think he ever had it, did he, Doug?
No, he didn't have it.
Nico Thorpe's going to play a lot in the second half. They wanted to test him in the first half because of his being hospitalized for the cramps. And he looks like he's ready to go right now. He's a difference maker. That gives them a lot of strength.
Piles will remain at quarterback. And then you see Big Clock coming in. He's going to line up with the double tight.
They got to widen that out just a little bit to this side with Apu. He can't get locked inside by Clock.
Piles fades back.
Nice.
7-step drop. He's getting pressure. Holds on the ball. He gets away with it. And there we see that mobility of Piles. Good block thrown by number 87, Alec Bloom, which springs the quarterback Piles for even additional yards. And he's going to be close to a first down, gentlemen.
He is tough to keep in the pocket. If you watch Apu play on this replay, watch the kid 42. He's played as well as you play. Pulls up, holds, checks it inside.
And Piles did a real nice job not forcing that throw because there was no one open. Maryland had good coverage.
Piles, the Lebanon quarterback.
Nice job.
As we said, he's heading to Bucknell University. Double tight again. Pennsylvania seems to like this double tight set. Piles under center. He's going to pitch it to number 23, Terry Swanson, and the defense is there, led by number 4, Rashad Gillis.
Anthony Jackson, number 19, too. Did you see him flying from the inside? He's got great speed.
And again, that Maryland speed on the outside, it's definitely a hard nut to crack, it seems like, for Pennsylvania offensively.
Well, that Pennsylvania offensive line, on the outside play, that they just got to make sure that they cut off that inside pursuit. And they didn't that time. Ford did a great job getting across that lineman's face and making that play.
It'll bring up 3rd down
Here's
and
that
2.
power set.
And you see the power set that Mark was talking about. Piles under center. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going back to pass. He's throwing it double teamed on the play defensively by number 6, Jerome Dew.
Coach, I can't talk about DeLon Parrish's coverage with them defensive backs enough. You know, you got everybody in the ballpark thinking they're power to the right. Them 2 corners are legitimate. Stay back there and stay in the coverage.
Great
He's
position.
got to be thrilled with that.
Real nice. Real nice.
And it'll bring up 4th down for PA, and it looks like the coaching staff, Shifford, is going to go for it here because it's only 4th and short. With this big offensive line that Pennsylvania has, they'll go to their monster power set.
Power set left right again. Here. If Maryland stops them, that's a huge momentum boost for him, and we just have to see what happens.
Straight ahead handoff by number 23 Swanson, and he's able to make hay. And you see that offensive line along with those 2 stacked fullbacks. They fire off the ball and get the 1st down.
Jerome, that formation sets clock at tight end, Grimm, and then Burke and Carazola as the power backs. And then it's either, that was at that time, it was
I believe if I was the coach, I'd stay in that formation for about 3 more plays. I'd
have the band strike up.
He's listening. He's on the other side.
He has a microphone, and he must have heard you because that's exactly what he's doing. Piles hands off again, right up the gut. Number 23, that's Swanson again, and he gets to about the 1 inside the 1-yard line before he's brought down by that Maryland defense. I'll tell you what, gentlemen, if PA can score, what do you think?
Well, they showed power to the right, but they ran a counter back, pulling both power backs through the hole there. And Swanson did a nice job just finding work up inside. That was a real nice hard run in there.
Yep. Anthony Jackson from Maryland still staying there playing tough. I mean, it's just great football. The coach is here on the screen right now, Ryan Hines, defensive line coach. Mark
Piles drops the ball, and it's going to go back, and then you have a face mask, which could have bailed Pennsylvania out. But what you're seeing is that old-fashioned Pennsylvania smash-mouth football that's having some success, Mark.
Well, it's 1st and goal on the 1. The first thing you have to do is take care of the football. Gee whiz. Yeah, you just got to secure the ball, son. I know you're trying to make a play. Just do your job.
But the face mask penalty, which we think that's what it is, may bail Pennsylvania out here.
I don't know that they're going to call that, though.
You don't think?
No, I think what
they're picking it up. What are they doing?
Personal foul. They are calling it.
Oh, okay.
So they'll stick with it. That'll give Pennsylvania.
But it should be an automatic first.
Should be an automatic first down for Pennsylvania, and they're already within the 1-yard line.
No, they're back to the 5 now, Jerome, because of the play.
Back to the 5.
So half the distance.
So half the distance to the goal is back to the 5-yard line. Pennsylvania should get fresh down. Well, they're going to keep it as 2nd down, but they're still in that power set, a little different. Piles will pitch it out. Swanson gets upfield, and he gets in the end zone. Pennsylvania scores.
That's good. Well, they went to a double wing instead of being inside the tight end. They were both sitting outside the tight end.
You get that
they walled it. They just put their big bodies out there.
So you saw a variation of what they've been doing.
That's their best group. It's Carazola and Burke here, and Clock setting the edge. Great block by these guys.
Well,
real nice job by Grimm. And
you know, there's so much in doing an all-star game. I don't know that Maryland saw that formation before because by the rules you got to lock down inside. You know what I'm saying? I would have thrown the house outside and cried about it later.
Well, there's Doug. He's talking about, hey, there may be some controversy. 24-14, Maryland up. We'll be back. Big 33 Digital Network after these messages.
I'm no stranger to concussions, so I know how vital it is to have the best care. Allegheny Health Network is utilizing new C3 Logix technology to revolutionize concussion diagnosis and treatment. It allows trainers to do baseline tests before play begins, document an injury immediately, and upload information to healthcare professionals. It's the most modern way to play it safe, even when you're playing all out. Learn more at ahn.org.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking. Exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
The Big 33 Football Classic is brought to you by Dauphin County, proud supporter of the Big 33 Football Classic. Sutliff Chevrolet since 1931. Kron's Bars Come Ready Nutrition. Allegheny Health Network. Turkey Hill Mini Marts, proud sponsor of the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation's Pennsylvania and Maryland Cheerleaders Program. Eastern Alliance Insurance and the Maryland Football Coaches Association.
Markel Dickerson gets the return for Maryland, and we're looking at a 24-14, a 10-point game, 4:14 left in the third quarter. Pennsylvania has slowly crept back into this game. Doug, what do you think Maryland needs to do? You got a little surge. Pennsylvania came out with a little bit more power football, which is the state's known for.
Well, I think they'll be on the sideline adjusting for that formation, because when you come out and you see that double wing, you got to roll that whole perimeter around. But what Maryland needs to do now, settle down, do the stuff you did that got you here, run the football, set the pass up, little bit of misdirection. You know, it's a 10-point game. It's early in the game, but it's an all-star game. They just need to take control. Don't panic. Just run the football.
Jalen Jones comes in at quarterback. He's going to keep it, and we've seen him run the ball a couple of times. He gets the corner, gets to the outside before getting brought down by number 22, Cullen Janove. Makes another play. We've called his name a lot.
Well, Coach Van Dusen is a break guy. What he's trying to do is run time off that clock. He wants that clock ticking. He wants to possess the ball. He'd like nothing better than to take and have about a 12-minute drive.
And that's Patrick Amara makes the tackle on that play. We want to make sure we get the names right.
Maryland's doing a really nice job sealing that outside, getting on the perimeter. Pennsylvania's got to keep that leverage. You know,
brings up a 2nd down and 2 for Maryland.
2nd and 2 gives you a lot of options, Jerome.
And again, you have Jalen Jones. He is the quarterback standing tall, and the officials are going to call a timeout. Maryland wants to have some time to talk about it.
Well, you're 2nd and short. I know it wasn't a time on Coach Van Dusen's part in a sense for second out what he's going to do there. But when you're 2nd and short, that's a beautiful position to be in football, don't you think, Mark?
I think so.
I like it a whole lot better than 4th and short.
That gives you a whole lot of options. And, you know, hey, don't be surprised that they try to take a shot. They still have another shot at it for 3rd down. But
well, Mark, you talked about this game. Both of you talked about preparing for this game. The kids don't have a lot of time. Their football season ended in November, and you have from November till June. And what do these guys have to do to try to get in the football shape with all the festivities going on and to have them ready and prepare for this game?
Well, I think the biggest thing that's a positive is almost all of these guys are playing college football. So they've already been given their workout packets by their coaches. They've made most of these guys made their decisions. Not many of these guys are waiting on their senior grades for eligibility. They have a plan, and they're all out, you know, working. They're doing a lot of work, working in high school and going out and watching their colleges practice and play. So, you know, these guys are definitely in much better shape.
Jones,
is a good play right
hands
there.
off. The defense for Pennsylvania.
That was a great second.
Made a good play. Second effort by number 3, Dickerson. He makes second effort, gets the 1st down. Pennsylvania seemed like they had him bottled up, but he was able to get the 1st down.
We had him on that one. Pennsylvania had him, but they just got to wrap their arms.
Now, Coach, we haven't called his name much, but he's definitely a specimen. Dante Angus, that defensive tackle, you know, he's a big guy. He's already NFL size now.
He's a big unit, that's for darn sure. And I tell you what, he did a nice job making that play bounce outside, but we just had to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Coach, it looks like that Pennsylvania team's almost offside, don't you think?
Well, Coach, I'm not
They
going to lie
didn't
to
call
you.
it, did they?
Here's the athlete. Jones is scrambling around. He has a lot of
Throw it.
pressure. He tries to get it out to his receiver, but you see Jones looking to develop something. That Pennsylvania rush got into his face. Tyler Burke really came through and tried to get a lot of pressure in his face.
See, this was what wasn't happening in the first half. They were controlling this guy a little bit, making him run sideways. In the first half, he was stepping up on the rush and completing those throws. Now, it's hard to make those throws going side to side. And that's a nice job by PA. Good adjustment, good hustle.
I'll tell you what, that was great effort by 5 coming back, and the whole situation just getting out of there alive.
And you're right.
Well, he's an athlete.
Pennsylvania is able to contain that athlete in Jones, and it brings up 2nd down and 10 for Maryland on their own 32-yard line. And again, we're going to have whistles and a flag on the play, maybe a false start.
I think they're going to call Pennsylvania for being in the neutral zone.
Call delay a game.
Delay a game on Maryland. So that'll back Maryland up. And the one thing I'll say is there hasn't been a lot of penalties called in this game. So for the most part, both teams have played a pretty clean game.
They really have. The officials have done a nice job, too. The delay of the game things, in a game like this, with only a week to get together, they shouldn't be able to call delay of the game for a 5-second infraction.
And Coach Duvall, I do think the back judge is a Maryland ref, so I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know, Coach.
Jones throws it out to his receiver on the right side,
Good
and that's
hustle
Dickerson. But again, the Pennsylvania defense swarms, led by number 10, Lezer, who we've called his name a lot today.
He is a heady player. He is making plays left and right.
Out of Clearfield area, Boston College, he'll be
Flow
heading
away,
to.
throw back. Good hustle by Burke.
They got
Lezer.
right inside it, yep.
Good work there.
So, Coach, you see Pennsylvania seems like they have a little bit more fire now.
They got a little bit more fire. And Maryland's having a little bit difficulty to, both the Maryland quarterbacks are really hustling, but neither are really the throwing quarterback that the kid Zach Abbey, who broke his finger playing rugby.
Jones throws a bullet.
Yeah.
But it's dropped, intended for number 9, Carlisle. But Amara makes a really, really good play in the secondary, and that brings up 4th down, and it'll force Maryland to punt.
Secondary coach Matt Ortega said Amara was definitely their best guy back there, and here he was jumping out there playing that corner position on that real good wideout. Great
They need
play.
to get a good punt here. They need to get good coverage. They're going to place in the field where they're going to have to punt the thing and just get down the field and get good coverage.
Teal will punt it away. And back deep for Pennsylvania's number 22, Colin Genove. Genove will take this along with Edmonds. He gets a good block from Edmonds, and Genove makes it upfield, and PA will have good field position on about their 43-yard line.
About 1:30 left in the 3rd quarter. Maryland needs to really turn the game up here, put the pressure on PA, not let them maintain control of the ball. They 3 and out here, that's huge.
Yeah, Doug. Chase Edmonds, the off returner, did a great job picking up that free hitter coming off that side and allowed him to get upfield. Real nice north-south return. Well done.
And I'll tell you, Chase Edmonds, you see him, he's doing everything. I mean, he's not just a good running back. He's blocking very well, all in that 180-pound frame. He'll get the ball to the outside, makes a good cut. He gets upfield, will gain about 4 or 5 on the play. That defense from Maryland on the outside is able to make the play.
Again, that kid Daniel Pooh out there playing in space, really making things happen, putting the pressure on, although he didn't make the play himself. What Maryland's got to do is just keep Pennsylvania from moving those chains, or a long drive here and wear them down, because Pennsylvania's got a little wind in the sails right now.
And again, it does look like the momentum has started to shift a little bit. In at quarterback will be Lenny Williams again, taking over for Piles. He's in the shotgun, has trips to the right. He's going to roll right and then deliver the ball to number 4, Smith. Smith gets to the outside, and he coughs the ball up, but it looks like it may be enough for a 1st down or at least close.
Thaddeus Smith will learn when he gets to Boston College. You better get it and get upfield quick. He kind of takes a little nice route, catches it, but now just get north. Just go ahead. Don't touch your feet. Just get going.
And
protect that football.
Anthony Chesley comes up really, really hard on the play and makes a big hit. And again, you're seeing that secondary come up with that speed. They're coming up with reckless abandonment. Makes a good tackle, but not enough.
Anthony Jackson breaking from the inside all the way out into that coverage. So he's got to settle down, tighten it up. It's great high school football right here.
30 seconds and counting. Pennsylvania 1st down.
Nice read by the backers coming up in there.
Williams will try to get upfield. The defense holds number 42. That's Daniel Apu. We've called his name a lot on the Maryland side. Williams will pick up about, I'll say, 2 yards on the play.
If he just relaxed a little bit, if he set his feet a little bit there and just let the play happen, I think they had the outside. They tried to slip clock in there at tight end, and whenever he's in there, he seems like he's knocking that defensive end from Maryland off the ball pretty well. He's a good blocker. He's going to do really well at Georgia Tech, though.
That's right, and I'll tell you what, 24 Maryland, Pennsylvania 10. We'll be back after these messages on the Big 33 Digital Network. Stay tuned.
Summer's hot, and so are the savings at Sutliff Chevrolet.
Bigger selection, better prices, lower payments? We get it.
Get up to $8,600 in sizzling savings on your new Silverado. You're going to love your new Sutliff Chevy Cruze, and you're going to love your payment, $159 a month.
We have a Chevy for every need.
And a payment for every budget.
The road's all yours when you drive Equinox, now only $199 a month. It's the Summer Savings Sizzler at Sutliff Chevrolet Harrisburg.
You're still the reason we put the key in the door.
When it comes to variety and convenience, kick off your shopping at Turkey Hill Mini Markets, your one-stop shop for fuel, fresh brewed coffee, ice-cold drinks, slushies, snacks, grab-and-go meals, and more. Score big fuel savings, 3 cents per gallon every day, or with your extra points, earn up to $1 per gallon with your Turkey Hill Rewards card. After the game touchdown at the Hill, your neighborhood Turkey Hill Mini Markets, a proud supporter of the Big 33 Football Classic.
Deep within you is a relentless drive. You come prepared. You come willing to work. You come to win. Discover the Performance Protein Bar made just for you. Come ready. 24 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, no sugar alcohols. One unbelievably awesome taste. Come ready. You don't quit, and neither should your bar. Come ready for the competitor in you.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
After the game, head for Turkey Hill to refuel and experience the thrill of fuel savings victory. Save 3 cents per gallon every day with your Turkey Hill Rewards card, or save even more when you earn rewards points on your purchases at the Hill. Quench your thirst, pick up a meal or a snack, and save on your fuel with your rewards card. Score big savings now at Turkey Hill, a proud sponsor of the Big 33 Football Classic. Want to find out our closest store? Visit turkeyhillstores.com.
I'm no stranger to concussions, so I know how vital it is to have the best care. Allegheny Health Network is utilizing new C3 Logix technology to revolutionize concussion diagnosis and treatment. It allows trainers to do baseline tests before play begins, document an injury immediately, and upload information to healthcare professionals. It's the most modern way to play it safe, even when you're playing all out. Learn more at ahn.org.
The Big 33 Football Classic is brought to you by Dauphin County, proud supporter of the Big 33 Football Classic. Sutliff Chevrolet since 1931. Kron's Bars Come Ready Nutrition. Allegheny Health Network. Turkey Hill Mini Marts, proud sponsor of the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation's Pennsylvania and Maryland Cheerleaders Program. Eastern Alliance Insurance, and the Maryland Football Coaches Association.
And we're back. Maryland up 24-14. And there you see number 44, Zaire Franklin, is trying to get that Pennsylvania team going, get them going. They can feel it that they're close in this game, just 24-14. And I think the scoreboard just went out, or now it's back. Guys, what do we got to do? Looking at it from a Maryland perspective, Doug, you see Pennsylvania come in and in the second half, and the momentum kind of shifted a little bit. You talked about Maryland calming down and just trying to get back to what they do. What do you think they need to do now?
They just need to be steady. The last time they had the ball, they got caught with that little delay of the game penalty, which knocked them out of rhythm. They don't have a quarterback and break it open and go wide unless he's running the ball. They're trying to eat the clock up. They got to get through 12 minutes of football here, 10 points. As we said in the beginning, these two teams, it's going to be a barn burner at the end. You could see it coming because, as we said, Pennsylvania is loaded with talent, and Maryland's been relentless on defense.
And Mark, you're a coach, a championship coach, and you've been down in big games. What do you do in the locker room? What is the discussion to have your kids come back fired up?
Obviously, the Pennsylvania coaches feel like these guys are getting some momentum and getting some confidence in there. And I think right now, with 12 minutes left, they just need to keep these guys, keep their heads in the game, keep their mind on their business, keep them under control, and just tell them to get out there and just keep executing. I mean, they tried the big play and it didn't work, but fortunately they're able to get a turnover, which balanced it, and punch it in and make a game of it. And now here we sit at 2nd down and 8, and I think it's time for the Pennsylvania's offensive line to step up and start to establish its will a little bit on these guys. And
you talk about right, that power football of Pennsylvania. Right. They seem to switch a little bit. My only question with that is, do they have enough time to consistently stick with it, or do you think they need to mix it up?
12 minutes, they've got 44 yards here, Jerome. It's not a big deal. And then I think, here they come. They've got a double tight set here.
Marcus is coming up. Well, here we go, Pennsylvania. We have Williams back to pass.
I'll tell you what, look at the pressure.
And here's the pressure. He gets away. Williams throws it to number 7, almost hauled in by Hart, but he's not able to make the play. But you saw the defense, that pressure from Maryland coming in.
You got a little holding penalty on Pennsylvania, which is going to hurt them a little bit. Maryland's defensive line has done everything they need to do to stay in this game. They've been relentless. The linebackers have been flying all over the place. We've had great secondary coverage.
That backside defensive tackle for Maryland did a super job getting by that guard, and he had to reach out and grab him.
And Gary Gross comes in from that defensive tackle position, and he just blows right in the middle of that Pennsylvania offensive line, which will bring up a 2nd down and a long haul for PA.
67-71 on the inside. Both really played. You got Trapp. Look at that linebacker step up.
And there's Edmonds right up the middle, and he's stacked up on the play by number 15. Casey Wakacha is not able to make sure that the running back does not get much yardage.
Maryland sure is taking care of that inside trap game.
That linebacker play is huge whenever you get a chance to do that.
The angles are terrible.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very special guest that has come up to sit and talk to us a little bit. NFL's Marcus Colston plays for the Saints, and he also has the Harrisburg Stampede. Marcus, how you doing? Jerome Presley, nice to meet you, buddy.
I'm doing well. Nice to finally meet you in person.
And now, you just came from, I guess, your Stampede team that you own. You got a chance to see them play today. How did they do?
Didn't fare too well. We had a tough loss. I think the final was 46-29. So I actually had to roll out a little bit early to get over here to make the opening over here.
Well, you're a local. You're from Susquehanna Township is where you played at, correct? And what does it mean for you to come back, do what you do with the Stampede, and more importantly, the community of Susquehanna Township?
To me, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I got a lot of pride in this area. Obviously, it's where I'm from. I'm born and raised, and my family is still here. So, I learned a lot of it from my father, who was, really influential in my life. I mean, passed on when I was 14, but, the lessons that he taught and instilled in me, to always be proud of where you're from and give back to where you're from, they sit with me to this day.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, all these kids that are playing in the Big 33, they have aspirations to get to the NFL at some point, and you did it, and you've done it, and not only done it, you've done it successfully. What is it that, what can you give to these kids to say to them, what is it that they need to get to that level and be able to succeed at that level?
Really, to me, it's the ability to fight through adversity and come out on the other end stronger than when you went into it. That's really life in a nutshell to me, and especially this game of football. That's why I love it, so much, is because it teaches that lesson on a daily basis. And you don't get anything in this game that you don't earn.
Right. And that's a good lesson for these kids. I mean, you got kids that are going to a lot of different schools, from the Shepherds of the world, the Division IIs, all the way up to Temple, Bucknell. Some are going to Penn State. So we got a lot of kids that are going to different places. And it seems like our area in Pennsylvania, some people want to think that maybe Pennsylvania football has taken a step down from where it used to be. What are your thoughts about that?
I got to strongly disagree. I mean, it's football in this area is as strong as it's ever been. And, just looking at some of the talented kids out here on this field this evening, it's still going strong.
And I have to ask you about this. The upcoming season, the Saints, New Orleans, I mean, they've always been a powerhouse offensively. You have had seasons that have been amazing. What are your plans for this year?
Continue much of the same. It's not going to be a success unless we end up in Arizona with a ring.
Well, hey, good luck to you. And I'll tell you what, it's always a pleasure meeting you, and it's always good to see local talent make it big to come back and do the things that you're doing. So thank you for that. And I know the fans, the kids that look up to you, just the community embraces what you're doing. And I just want to wish you good luck with the Saints this year. I'll be watching, and I look forward to seeing you do your thing.
I definitely appreciate it, man. Sounds good.
Yep. Take care. That's Marcus Carlson, ladies and gentlemen. Probably one of the best receivers in the NFL, doing his thing and coming back to the community, owning the Stampede, working with the Stampede, and then coming up here to the Big 33 to kind of work out. And Coach, what do you think about this guy?
He's awesome. I mean, he's a great role model. The job he did here in high school, going to a school like Hofstra, setting the world on fire at that level, and he's a great testament what hard work and just dedication and staying to your goals can do for you. He's rewritten the record books down there and just done a marvelous job.
Well, we have Maryland at third down. It'll bring up fourth down. Maryland will have to punt. Pennsylvania holds. It's 24-14. And I'll tell you what, it's still close. 10 minutes, 13 seconds left. Marcus, PA is down. I mean, what do you think they can do?
Well, I mean, there's still 10 minutes left in the game, and it looks like they're about to receive a punt. So there's more than enough time, and they have the talent over there and the explosion to make it happen.
And we got Edmonds and Genove will be back. The punt will be Teal. He gets a shank punt is not going to be long. That means PA will definitely get good field position. They'll get a roll, but PA will get good field position on the play. Coach, what are you doing, PA?
Well, you still have plenty of time. I mean, absolutely. It was a great stop by PA's defense. They did a super job there, coverage and in the run game. Now they're on the 45-yard line. They just got to go after these guys. Now, the fact that they had to throw the ball, that covers probably that 40% throwing rule that's built into this game. So they have a number of throws they have to have, right? And that's what we're looking at. So it's a tough setup.
Well, in at quarterback for PA will be number 5, Piles. And you see that monster set up front for Pennsylvania. And the PA line moved. There's movement all over the place, and that'll be a penalty on the Pennsylvania offense.
You just can't have that. I know there's 2 quarterbacks, but they all have the same snap count. They're getting the same amount of plays. These guys have got to do a better job of this. It's key time in the game.
I know Marcus, Susquehanna Township had a lot of publicity this year, and the season didn't end the way they wanted it. Did you get a chance to see any of the games or see your old team play?
I didn't get the opportunity to see them, but I heard all of the great things about what they're doing, and you hit it on the head. I mean, this program is going strong at this point, and they're doing some really good things.
Yeah, and I mean, I was always marveled by the speed that they had, the athleticism that they had on the team, and again, hopefully they can keep that going into next season.
Absolutely. I mean, once you build that core, you know, you're obviously going to keep some of those guys around from year to year. And, you know, the more that you can continue to build that culture, I think that's the word that kind of is going around nowadays, is that culture.
And we have Piles will be in the shotgun formation for Pennsylvania. He's going to fade back. 5-step drop. He's going to take off. Then he's going to throw it wide open. In the corner,
play.
number 1, Daquan Ware out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Big play.
Going to Garden City Community College, makes the play, and a first down for Pennsylvania. 9:11 on the clock, 24-14.
You know, you got to give Piles credit. Nobody was open. He bought a little time and just checked it down. Nice play. Very nice.
And Marcus, for a receiver, you know, we're seeing a lot of big receivers in the league just like you. What are some traits that, and we see from Ware on that play, what are some traits that you need for a receiver to be successful at every level you play at?
Well, right there, I think he just showed, you know, his field awareness. And you know, he saw the quarterback rolling out to him, and he kind of stayed put instead of running away from that quarterback and making the throw tough. He was able to find a hole right there and advance for a first down.
He can't sit in there and wait that long.
And there Piles,
make that throw.
He throws a late ball again, and it's almost picked off by number 22, Josh Chesley, and we've talked about him a lot. Chesley has had a monster game as well as many of those defensive backs for that Maryland team. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Pennsylvania offense. Piles in the shotgun, flanked by the left. He'll have Chase Edmonds, number 24. Piles back to pass. Defense coming to bear down on him. Completes the pass to number 87, Alec Bloom. That'll be a first down for the Pennsylvania team.
Another great play. I mean, every other play, it seems like he just really comes in there and just does a super job. He sits in here and is patient and lets this guy clear and throws it across. Great catch by Alec Bloom.
And I'll tell you, Marcus, one of the things that we're seeing, and we were talking about this today, Maryland's cornerbacks in specific, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", kind of mirrors what you're seeing at the college and pro level. You don't see a lot of those tiny corners anymore going against you. They're trying to match up with you guys.
No, I mean, you got to continue to fight fire with fire. You mentioned earlier, you know, the game has moved more and more towards the big receivers, so you need the big physical corner to match up. You know, the Richard Shermans are taking over.
Absolutely, and Richard Sherman, I think he's, 6'3"?
Yeah. 200
pounds. These guys can run. Heck, I was a corner in college. I'm sitting over next to Marcus, and he's like a giant compared to me.
Well, this number 12, I'll tell you, Josh Woods, he is one heck of a player. Maryland's got a good one there.
And Josh Woods himself, high school player, graduates. He's 6'3", 180 pounds as a cornerback. So that gives you an idea of some of the corners, and they're trying to match up with the receivers like Marcus Colston. And here's Piles. He's going to go straight up the middle. He gets a block, and he is in for the touchdown for Pennsylvania. We talked about it. The Pennsylvania, matter of fact, both of these teams having their time.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play. They flared the back out, and the linebacker ran, and it was a heck of a play. Got to give him a lot of credit for that.
That was one of the plays in high school football that just the quarterback throw. Anytime you're down inside this corner, holy moly!
Well, that puts Pennsylvania on the board. Piles may have had a little bit of struggles throwing the ball, but the one thing you can't say, he is really in a rhythm running the ball. Gets the touchdown for Pennsylvania. Julius puts his kick through, and it's 24-21. Maryland is up. We'll be back on the Big 10 or Big 33 Digital Network. Stay tuned.
I'm no stranger to concussions, so I know how vital it is to have the best care. Allegheny Health Network is utilizing new C3 Logix technology to revolutionize concussion diagnosis and treatment. It allows trainers to do baseline tests before play begins, document an injury immediately, and upload information to healthcare professionals. It's the most modern way to play it safe, even when you're playing all out. Learn more at ahn.org.
After the game, head for Turkey Hill to refuel and experience the thrill of fuel savings victory. Save 3 cents per gallon every day with your Turkey Hill Rewards card, or save even more when you earn rewards points on your purchases at the Hill. Quench your thirst, pick up a meal or a snack, and save on your fuel with your rewards card. Score big savings now at Turkey Hill, a proud sponsor of the Big 33 Football Classic. Want to find out our closest store? Visit turkeyhillstores.com. Big 33 Football Classic is brought to you by Dauphin County, proud supporter of the Big 33 Football Classic. Sutliff Chevrolet since 1931. Kron's Bars Come Ready Nutrition. Allegheny Health Network. Turkey Hill Mini Marts, proud sponsor of the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation's Pennsylvania and Maryland Cheerleaders Program. Eastern Alliance Insurance and the Maryland Football Coaches Association.
On the return of Julius's kick, we have Markel Dickerson gets to the outside on the play, and we'll get right to a replay.
Rasan Stewart did a real nice job staying outside here and contained. They only get up to about the 20.
That's a nice return. That's good speed.
He really
You can take it up to the 21, 22-yard line. Good run.
And number 2, Rashawn Stewart does everything he can to make sure that the ball carrier, Dickerson, gets out of bounds. It'll bring up first down on the 21-yard line, their own 21 for Maryland.
Maryland just needs to get a little rhythm going right now, just nice and steady. Run the ball, just keep.
And there's the sack for Pennsylvania. Number 44, Zaire Franklin, from his linebacker position, is able to come up and make the play, which backs up Maryland. And I'll tell you what, gentlemen, the Pennsylvania fans and the Pennsylvania crowd, as well as the team, is starting to feel and taste that momentum shift.
Well, Schweigert and Shaw do a real nice job staying home. Folks does a nice job keeping that quarterback inside and having him come back into that inside rush. That's good work.
And we talked about Swagger.
Zaire cleans it up.
We talked about Swagger at the beginning of the game. Very lean-looking defensive lineman.
Yes.
Has a lot of extra, he'll have time to bulk up and even get bigger and more solid.
If Carter's going to take off running with the ball, he can't run back to that middle. It's too noisy in there. That's where all the big boys play. You got to get on that perimeter and get out of there. I'd run him with the ball and just get him out there and go.
The defense again, and this time number 18,
face man,
Luke Carazola gets a penalty, but I mean he was in there. He just may have grabbed a face mask on the play. The flag was thrown.
Was it a horse collar?
They got to get that kid. If they're going to run him, they got to put a blocker in front of him and get him on the perimeter.
And he knows it. I mean, he had the play. He knows it. That'll up Maryland, and that may give them an automatic first down.
I think it is an automatic. You know what?
Yeah,
it's not.
No, it's not.
A spot foul. It's a replay the down, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Replay the down, spot foul, 2nd and 10. And again, this Pennsylvania sidelines has jacked themselves up, and they're ready to roll. The momentum has totally shifted from the first half. We're starting to get down where the clock becomes a part of the game. 6:39 left in the fourth quarter. Pennsylvania down 21 to Maryland 24. Both teams have played an excellent game. This has been an exciting game, gentlemen.
No doubt. No doubt.
Well, Mark and I said early on it was going to be a barn burner at the end. It's proven to be that. Maryland just needs to settle down now, get a couple first downs, and see what happens.
Doug, Pennsylvania's in that nickel rush team. Carazola and Clark are inside. Yep. They got Folks and they've got Hill outside. They're going to come with some heat. They just got to contain this quarterback.
Well, in this situation here, I'm not too sure.
Carter pitches it, and wow. What a hit, guys. Number 44, Zaire Franklin, lays the boom on number 5, Josh Gills. So let's talk about it, but there is a player down.
Looked like a toss pass. Looked like they're going to have a little toss pass here.
I thought it was, Coach.
Zaire came off that corner. That was nice.
And Gills looked like he was looking upfield as opposed to looking in front of him. And before he knows it, he gets lambasted by Zaire Franklin. And that puts the Pennsylvania sidelines into a frenzy.
I think he rolled out just a little bit further than he should. When you're going to throw that pass, you've got to give the illusion of taking off. The longer you're running laterally, the bigger chance.
You got to sell that run, right, Doug?
You got to sell that run.
Well, number 17, Jawan Hill was the injured player. We definitely want to talk a little bit about him. We hope that gentleman is okay. He's from McKeesport, and he's headed to Duquesne University. We hope that he's okay.
There's the play right here. If he catches it.
And he did it.
Wheel route on the play. Beautiful pass, but broken up by number 28, Brandon Feemster.
Yeah.
He played that well.
It was terrific coverage.
Well thrown ball by that quarterback.
They switched. right before the snap, they switched. They went tall on tall. They moved Felix Snell, Manischel inside, and they put the tall guy out on the wideout.
And Feimster himself is 6'3", 195 pounds. We talked to Marcus about that. We talked about it today on the Maryland side, and we have a flag.
There might be something going on.
Well, the officials are they're congregating and talking about it.
Looks
we
like
still don't know what's going on yet.
Looks like something PA did.
It had to be pass interference, not on the play though, but on the when they checked up.
And coach, look at the coaching staff. You tell me that these coaches aren't into this game and they're not engaged like this is a championship game.
I mean, these guys were selected by both coaching staffs were selected by their state association. They got one shot as an assistant, you know, and it means a lot to them. They've worked all year long on being prepared for that 1 week up here, and they want to represent their state, and they want to win the game. Both staffs doing a great job.
Yeah, both staffs have been just exceptional.
I agree.
Haven't had a chance to coach in the game before and actually come out the winner in it. They're probably the highlight of your coaching career. Here, you know, state championships are state championships, and they're just as great as can be to win them. But coming up and playing in an all-star game of this caliber and winning it just makes it something special.
I don't know what that call was, but they called it. They always call an illegal procedure if something wasn't done within the rules. So I guess they gave Maryland 5 yards in the replay. So again, they got another shot at getting that first down.
Well, it's 3rd down and about 12 yards to go for Maryland. Number 2 quarterback Antoine Carter is the quarterback that's in for Maryland. He's going to have twins on the left.
Coach, I think Antoine Carter could take a quarterback sneak, take off, and make something happen.
I think you're right.
Carter throws it up, and he gets hit low. Passes, almost complete, but broken up again by number 28, Feimster. Makes another play. The 6'3" corner has come up big in these last couple of plays.
That was huge.
Solomon Bolt up there high in the air, and it's one of those things, and it's exciting as what Maryland dropped. I mean, Pennsylvania dropped those 2 passes down near the end zone earlier. You know, the last 2 plays, maybe that one could have been.
Look at the hit on the quarterback, though, Coach. That's low. Yeah. That's a dangerous play right there. I mean, it's legal. We believe it's legal, but you don't want to see anybody.
He really wasn't able to step into the throw. That was all arm. That was a heck of a throw by that quarterback, and it's a 50-50 ball. That's
and like Coach said, all arm from Carter, who will be headed to Maryland. He could not step into that throw, and probably it was good that he didn't try to.
Well, he's an athlete, you know, and you just.
Maryland's getting a bunch of them out of this game, Coach.
Yeah, they are.
Till will be back to punt for the Maryland club. 5:44 left in the 4th quarter. Maryland is up 24-14 over Pennsylvania, but the game momentum has shifted to Pennsylvania's favor.
Maryland needs to get this ball, get back, and play really good defense.
Janove, number 22, is back.
Nice and high, fair catching it, or he signaled fair catch. I don't know what that is. That should be a penalty on top of it, but they're probably not going to call that. They signal fair catch.
So they didn't call it. A couple of the fans, you hear them saying it, but now they're starting to get up behind Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania fans, they feel it, they sense it.
Well, Maryland played great defense early in the game. They got to come back and do it right now.
And it looks
they got to bottle that quarterback up. They got to man up on him with one of the linebackers. That's the only way you're going to stop him.
Hey, Doug, after those 2 plays by Feimster, you think prep school might not how about that? Think his stock just went up a little bit?
Yeah, I think his stock went up.
His stock definitely went up.
Here we go. Let's see what happens.
We got Lenny Williams at quarterback.
We got Williams back, like Mark said, at quarterback with trips to the right. Williams is going to hand off to Edmonds. Edmonds has 1 player to beat outside. He gets there and able to get the corner in the 1st down.
Wait, Coach, he's got a burst, doesn't he?
He's really stayed square, doesn't he? Boy, that was a great. He just kept his pad square and nice little slide cut. See how he sees this? They go arm it. He bounces outside, sets up that corner. Excellent. Really pretty.
One of the things about Chase that you see, and you can tell, he has very good vision when he runs the ball.
And he runs bigger than he is. He's a load. He falls forward every time. He's a good football player, man, I'll tell you.
And again, he'll be going to Fordham University. They're getting a couple of really, really good players. Williams in the shotgun, motion number 4, Smith. He's going to again hand off to Edmonds. Edmonds takes off.
and he's tripped up right at the last minute. The fireworks happen. Number 22, Josh Kazarek makes the play, which probably is the touchdown-saving play.
Great block by Alec Bloom. Just knocked number
Don
42
Tarrick's
off the ball. Just knocked him off the ball and gave him that edge.
And that's Gontarek, makes the play that is a shoestring tackle that stops Edmonds from maybe breaking this open. Williams again in the shotgun. Number 4, Smith in motion.
Oh, no.
Bobble snap. It looks like and this is where a lot of stuff goes on in the pile to see who gets the ball.
Yeah, they already signaled the coach was heading it down. It's Pennsylvania ball.
Okay.
He had it on the ground.
You just can't do. That's the second time.
So it looks like
that's
PA
the second first down play that they've had a ball handling mistake. You can't do that.
It looks like PA will keep the ball, and it'll bring up a second down, a loss of about 3. So it'll be second and 3-4, second and 14.
That's a big break for Maryland right there.
Looks like PA's O-line starting to lean on them a little bit, Coach.
Yep. Maryland's got, just getting worn down. They've been playing. They played so hard, so long. Now they just got to lean back on some greatness, come up here, suck it up, and play. We'll see if they can do it or not.
And our 2 championship coaches, they're looking down up here, and they can see this Pennsylvania O-line is
they got to bottle them up.
Williams throws the deep ball as a jump ball.
Intercepted, I think.
And it almost intercepted, but it's broken up. Okay. No play. Number 23, Anthony Chesley again makes a brilliant play in the secondary, and he's excited.
He kind of throws this one up.
Chesley and Woods both have great games at corner.
That one wide receiver came across a little shallower. They've been wide open. They both ran to the same spot.
Yep.
Tell you what, Doug, you're right. These corners are special for Maryland.
Yeah, they really
and Claiborne.
And PA, I think both D-backs, both secondary guys are playing.
Absolutely. Great
making
nights.
some good plays.
Great night.
And Claiborne for PA, the receiver, looked like he turned into a defender
Coach, this is
on
huge,
that play.
this third down play right now. This is a huge
Williams
play.
in the shotgun. Okay. He's back to pass.
There's the problem. That kid out there on the perimeter.
He's going to zip the ball, and it's incomplete, which will bring up 4th down for PA.
Here's the question, Coach. What do you do?
Well, the wind has died down a little bit. You got Joe Julius out there. It would be a 57-yarder.
Oh, I don't think so, Coach.
Yeah, we'll see. It looks like PA is going to go for it. They're not going to go for a field goal try on the leg of Joe Julius right now. They're going to see if they can pick this up. 4th down and about 14 yards for Pennsylvania on the play. Both fans on both sides are going nuts because this is big time. 3:45 left. Maryland up 25-21. Williams gets the shotgun. He's back to pass. He's going to go deep. Has a receiver open. There's a flag on the play. It looks like that will be pass interference. Pennsylvania side is going bananas.
So is Maryland.
And Maryland's going bananas, and they're not liking it.
I hope we get a replay on that. I'd like to see
I
it.
don't know. I just don't see that.
Let's see. Here's the replay, folks at home. You'll get a chance to see it. Williams throws this up to let his receiver get it.
Right there.
You could call that either way. That's a no call. It's exactly what it should be. And that's what they're arguing about.
And again, we have another angle, Coach. Let's see this angle, see what you see.
That's a no call.
Well, he grabbed the back of the jersey, but I see it.
That didn't cause the kid to trip him. You know what I mean? That's a no call right there.
We got one coach saying no call, the other, I don't know. But again, it's going to give Pennsylvania, looks like a first down.
Interference.
Can't believe it.
And that's an automatic first down for Pennsylvania. That is a tough call. I mean, both of these players played their hearts out, as well as both of these teams. It's going to bring up a first down on about the 24-yard line for Pennsylvania. Williams again in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Chase Edmonds. Edmonds gets the corner, but then he is tackled by number 22 again. Gontarek again makes a brilliant play. We've called his name a couple of times.
He's a player now. Ian Woods have had
watch
just
the motion
Chelsea
back
all
goes
over.
too wide and watches. He's got to. Thad Smith's got to make that block. He's got to cut up inside and take the guy that has him. He's got to set that edge.
3:07 in counting for Pennsylvania. They're in scoring position.
both coaches have to start thinking about timeouts here, how it's going to affect the game.
Well,
Maryland needs to come up with a big break here. They've been playing well all night. Pennsylvania has too. What a barn burner for the end of the game.
Williams again. He'll be back in the shotgun formation. Pass complete to number 6. That's Claiborne on the outside, and that'll pick up a first down for Pennsylvania, and they're driving.
That was a real nice throw, good protection. They doubled that defensive end out wide. It's been causing trouble. Great adjustment there. Inside guys are doing a real nice job now, holding up that inside rush.
And Woodland on the defense, he tries to make a play and keep up. Woodland Duvall, who will be going to Toledo, another one of those tall corners. Pennsylvania's moving, first down.
2 minutes, 30 seconds. Need to make some big plays here.
On about the 13-yard line. Williams again back to pass. Delivers another pass. This time he hits Daquan Ware out of Harrisburg, and there's just a brilliant stop on the play.
Wow.
If there's been something special on the field tonight, it's a play by the corners out there.
I agree with that.
Look at that. He comes up immediately, makes a tackle. Great coverage.
And that's number 12. We called his name a lot, Josh Woods.
Yeah.
I mean, remember his name, folks at home, because this guy's a player, 6'3", 180 pounds. I mean, you talk about.
We said coming into the game, he's going to play on Sunday. He's an NFL player. Great kid too. Works hard.
He already has the height. They'll probably put a couple more pounds on him, get him up to that 200-pound range, and he'll be able to see if he can defend big guys.
This is huge for Maryland right here now. They got pressure coming from the outside. They're forcing him in. Holy moly, the linebackers are running now.
Woods cannot escape again, and there you see it. Number 22. Gillis and Kadar again make the play.
Yep.
And there you go. That speed of the Maryland defense is able to do their thing.
Were they trying to make a throwback on that, Doug, or was it just a counter run?
A counter run.
Yeah.
Early when I came up to practice this week, the defensive coaches were just talking about how well the corners were, but how fast the linebackers were, and the kid Gontarek, he's one of those utility players. He just first kid out on the field, last kid to leave, plays heads up the whole time. Boy, Maryland's made this rough. It's 1:34 seconds left to go in this football game.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have Woods at one corner. Gontarek, we talked about him at the other corner. We have Jamal Woodland as well. I mean, these guys are big, they're fast, they can run, they're athletic.
Coach, we got one more play, and then we're going to see what a field goal does to tie it up. And if we go into overtime.
PA's got Grimm, they've got Walmer, they've got Gallo, Huss, and Noah Bay in there. And they were doing a great job straight ahead. And Maryland flew to the ball on that play and really made that one happen. Because I thought Williams had a shot on that cutback.
One play, Coach, and then we'll see what the field goal does.
Coach? What are you going to do, Coach?
Me?
Yep.
I'm going to take that quarterback, drop him back, and then let him run for the end zone on a quarterback draw.
So we got Coach on one end is looking at a quarterback draw with Williams on the play. That's his call. Let's see.
D-end over there, number 35, he's got to get that perimeter and hold it. Avery Taylor, you better widen out a little bit, son.
So we have Williams, who is back in the shotgun. He's going to take the ball.
He's going to take off running with it. Incomplete.
Getting ready to throw, and he throws the ball, and it looks like it's incomplete. Gontarek is talking about, hey, I had
it
pick.
before it hit the ground, but it didn't. Nice try, though, Gontarek. Now we'll see what happens.
Well, let's look at the replay, Coach. What do you see?
He caught that.
It looks like he caught it. We don't have instant replay.
Holy
We got
moly.
another angle here, Coach.
Holy moly. I think the one official.
That's an ill-advised throw. This guy's running right down the middle, wide open.
Very ill-advised throw. Looks like a defender on the face, and we'll see Julius see if he can even this game up. Wow. With about a 20-yard field goal here.
Whew. That was an interception. That's tough now. That's tough.
Well, all three refs looked at each other with that same stare.
Yeah, that stupidity stare. I've seen that.
Doug, we've seen that stare.
Yeah, waiting for one of them to say something, and none of them will step up and do it. And I'm not jumping on the officials. That's hard to do. But, I mean, that's how you make a living, by making them calls.
And there you have a good look at Joey Julius, who will be headed to Penn State and try to see if he can take over the kicking duties up there.
You know, the pass interference call down there, it is what it is, But wide open where a kid picks knocks that ball off, and you see him going for it.
Watch now.
Watch the
Number
official
4,
in the middle.
number
He's not even looking. He's not even looking.
And I tell you what, that looks like a pick, which would have probably had a good chance of sealing the game for Maryland, but it gives Julius an opportunity to see if he can even this game up with 1:25 left on the clock. It hinges on the leg of Joe Julius, and he has been in this situation before out of Lower Dauphin.
Well, he's kicked 12 field goals this year. So, and the longest was 54, so
Smith will be holding
needs
for
to
him.
knock it through there.
And I know, Mark, we talked about when the initial kick was blocked earlier in the game about that penetration from that Maryland defense.
What worries me is they got 72 in there. He's the smallest lineman in that left guard position. They got push again. Okay.
And Julius nails it, and that will even up the game. And we couldn't have asked for a better situation. 24-24, minute 19. Maryland, Pennsylvania even. We'll be back after these messages on the Big 33 Digital Network.
OT.
Summer's hot, and so are the savings at Sutliff Chevrolet.
Bigger selection, better prices, lower payments, we get it.
Get up to $8,600 in sizzling savings on your new Silverado. You're going to love your new Sutliff Chevy Cruze, and you're going to love your payment, $159 a month.
We have a Chevy for every need.
And a payment for every budget.
The road's all yours when you drive Equinox, now only $199 a month. It's the Summer Savings Sizzler at Sutliff Chevrolet Harrisburg.
You're still the reason we put the key in the door.
After the game, head for Turkey Hill to refuel and experience the thrill of fuel savings victory. Save 3 cents per gallon every day with your Turkey Hill Rewards card, or save even more when you earn rewards points on your purchases at the Hill. Quench your thirst, pick up a meal or a snack, and save on your fuel with your rewards card. Score big savings now at Turkey Hill, a proud sponsor of the Big 33 Football Classic. Want to find out our closest store? Visit turkeyhillstores.com.
And we're back, Pennsylvania. And matter of fact, let's get a look at the drive of the game, coaches, where Pennsylvania took this ball down, and you get a chance to see what they did. A lot of Chase Edmonds.
Oh, that could have been it right there. It was a heck of a tackle. That guy really made a super play. And then the 4th down play.
That was a big call.
I don't know. You still got to convince me, Mark, that's pass interference.
The right hand was on it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That was good throw and a catch.
That was to Claiborne.
Nice out.
So you saw a little bit of Chase Edmonds early, then you see the passing game.
Here's what happens right now, fellas. I'm telling you, Maryland's got to be praying to get this ball and just run her back, baby. Run her back.
And that's number 10.
Hit it.
That'll be Vault coming up.
Solomon Vault's
he
gone.
breaks it, and he gets a saving tackle on the play by number 17. Jaquan Hill may have saved the day. A minute 11 left in the game, 24-24. We couldn't ask for a better contest. Big 33 Classic, 2014 version. Maryland, Pennsylvania, the second game in 2 years. Since 1992 was the last time these teams met before last year. It's a great contest.
Well, if you love high school football, you got your money's worth tonight when you pay to get in. And I'll tell you what, it's a minute 11. It ain't over yet. Old Coach Van Dusen pulled more out than this. And if it stays as a tie, we're going to see what we call sort of the college from the 25-yard line to college overtime, not high school.
And Van Dusen goes with Jalen Jones as the quarterback. He does a quarterback draw, just goes straight up the middle. Gets a first down, tackled on a play by number 10, Christian Lezer. We've talked about him a lot, but again, this
Pennsylvania's in that nickel rush team. They're getting upfield, and all Maryland's doing is just wiping them upfield, and this guy's making some money. We got to keep a guy. They got to have that linebacker stay on that quarterback, or we're in trouble. That was motion.
And there's motion. There's flags on the play. Looks like it'll be motion, which will back Maryland up.
They got Folks, they got Clock, they got Carazola, and they've got Swigert in there. So they've got some speed.
Well, I'll tell you what, Doug, you talked about it. It's 53 seconds left. If we stay tied up, it looks like we'll go into possibly a college-type overtime.
Yes, we will. And that's an exciting sort of way to go in to end a game like this. You know, not to be redundant, we said it'd be a barn burner, but it ain't over yet.
They've got their
big, and there's number 11 throwing, and he's cocking it back. to his receiver, and he overthrows Jones. Jones overthrows number 1 Reggie White Jr. on the play.
Tyree Spearman, good coverage there. He was hanging on for dear life. That was a heck of a throw.
And we talk about Jones being a very accomplished runner, but he also can put it up there. You saw a little bit of his arm strength on that play.
PA's being smart. They're putting Amara and they're putting Feemster on the tall wideouts. And, they had him on 85 that last time, and trying to just take away that mismatch.
Well, when you get to the end of the game, anybody wearing number 1, you better make sure you got him double.
Absolutely.
Because he ain't wearing number 1 he's wearing it for a good reason.
You got that right, pal. No doubt. No doubt.
Well, here we go. 2nd down, 15 yards to go. Jalen Jones in the shotgun. Motion, number 8. Kevin Joppy. Jones is getting pressure. Here comes clock. And there's enough. And he throws it up. He throws it up. They're not going to call in the grass. Clock on the play along with Jared Folks, the athlete, come up to try to make the play.
Holy moly,
replay.
Holy moly is the word, Coach. I think I'm giving myself CPR.
Oh, my goodness.
Jesus.
Oh, he had him. Carazola had him in the ground.
Carazola, they didn't call it in the grass.
And Hill, both of them. Oh,
and I think when you look at it, number 15, Big Clock in the middle, seems like he's the one that started it all off. Trey Clock out of Lower Dauphin headed to Georgia Tech.
Well, again, this Trey didn't allow him to set his feet and make the throw. He made him, look down instead of look downfield, and allowed those guys that extra chance.
Here you go, 3rd down.
Here we go again.
So here we go.
28 seconds left to go.
3rd down, 15.
You got to do something a little different here, Coach. Little hitch and pitch, little toss and go.
Jones, this time he is not going to get away.
Got a little penalty inside for something. I'm not sure what that is, but you just can't let them kids pin their ears back.
And that's number 18, Luke Carazola, who is having a monster game today.
I'm proud of him. I'm a little partial to the guys. I coached him. He was my 2-year captain. But I'll tell you, that defensive line is playing great. They flushed him out, and he just hustled all the way through. And those guys have all been making plays all day long, Clock and him.
Exactly, and they're peeling their ears back right now, coming after the Maryland quarterbacks, and it'll bring up a 4th down, 19 seconds left in the game on the play. This has been an exciting game, and I'll tell you what, coaches, I'm impressed with the defensive effort of both teams. I mean, definitely offensively, but 24-24, it's not a hugely, as far as numbers scoring-wise, but definitely good defense.
You've got 2 teams that just played their heart out in the field. But you got, and you saw the resiliency of Pennsylvania coming back when Maryland went ahead. That's the nature of all-star games. Sometimes in an all-star game, you just can be down by a touchdown, or 2 even, because when you start coming back, you really come back. The rules of the game have really helped in making an exciting game, keeping it from being a blowout early in the game, and then letting people come back and play. But as a coach in this game, you want to win it so badly. As a spectator, you want to see great football this time of the year, and in both situations, you got teams just playing for all their worth.
Well, as you said, Doug, both defenses are playing good, smart football. They're not allowing guys to get behind them. They're making good plays, and that's why it's 24-24. There's no sloppiness going on, and for an all-star game, it's one of the harder played all-star games I've seen in a while.
Well, it's nice, and I agree with you 100%, Mark. Also, it's a very well-coached, 2 very well-coached
No doubt about it. Steve, I mean, you can't say enough about Steve Schiffer. I mean, the job he does at Easton is just incredible. The tradition that the Eastern Red Rovers have is hard to match anywhere. I mean, those guys, if they have under 10 wins a season, it's a bad season.
Mika Till is back for the punt.
Here's what happens now. This becomes real important.
He puts a high, short punt up, but the clock is still rolling, and it goes out of bounds. It looks like it'll be 11 seconds left on the clock. Man, that's enough time. I'll tell you what, if you can get in the field goal range.
Well, there's no timeouts. That's the problem. So they've got to get a play to get out of bounds and give him a chance to try to hit one.
So no timeouts. So if you want to see if you can give Julius an opportunity. You got to at least give him at least 15, 20 more yards to at least have a shot, I would think, Coach.
They got to be careful throwing that out, too. They're a little nervous about that because a couple times, one time it went the distance.
And it's
he
Piles.
got double covered.
Piles is the quarterback, and he's actually done okay running the ball. We'll see what he can do.
That's what they should do, is run it twice, get yourself a little field position.
Piles is going deep to number 4, and it's dropped.
What a great route.
It's dropped. Great route by Thaddeus Smith, and he just cannot hold onto the ball. Piles puts it on the money.
Boy, that was a really good throw.
And you just see Piles
good protection.
Good protection up front.
Oh, boy.
And we just saw what this kid can do when he has protection and he can step into a throw. He puts it right on the money.
That was nice. Good job, Mark. Way to go.
And that would have been, it's a good chance that would have been 6 or close to it. But
well,
4
if he catches
seconds.
if he catches it, you know, they could clock it hopefully by then because you stop the clock still, and then you can kick the field goal. That would have been the game right there.
Well, moving the chains would have given them time.
Yeah.
We got one play here. They got to put it in the end zone.
And this
the
is
clock's gonna
Piles.
Run out.
Piles is going to see what he can do with this.
Down the middle, son.
So here he goes.
Not outside.
He's going to throw, fade back, and he's putting it up.
Go ahead.
Come on. And it's picked off by number 12, Josh Woods, one of those really electrifying corners that we talked about, and that will end the game in regulation, and we will go to OT.
Coach, I hate to make a prediction, but your man Woods, they better just put his name on that MVP trophy right now, huh?
He's my
Holy
MVP.
Mac.
Yeah, he's mine.
What a good player. Wow.
And that's when you can get some guys that are defensive players that are MVPs, and I like that. You know, coming from a defensive mindset.
I agree with you.
24-24 Pennsylvania, Maryland, Big 33 Classic. You're watching the Big 33 Digital Network. We'll be back.
After the game, head for Turkey Hill to refuel and experience the thrill of fuel savings victory. Save 3 cents per gallon every day with your Turkey Hill Rewards card, or save even more when you earn rewards points on your purchases at the Hill. Quench your thirst, pick up a meal or a snack, and save on your fuel with your rewards card. Score big savings now at Turkey Hill, a proud sponsor of the Big 33 Football Classic. Want to find out our closest store? Visit turkeyhillstores.com.
Summer's hot, and so are the savings at Sutliff Chevrolet.
Bigger selection, better prices, lower payments? We get it.
Get up to $8,600 in sizzling savings on your new Silverado. You're going to love your new Sutliff Chevy Cruze, and you're going to love your payment, $159 a month.
We have a Chevy for every need.
And a payment for every budget.
The road's all yours when you drive Equinox, now only $199 a month. It's the summer savings sizzler at Sutliff Chevrolet Harrisburg.
You're still the reason we put the key in the door.
Sick.
Well, we're back. We're back, the Big 33 Classic, and I'll tell you what, guys, what a game. Maryland 24, Pennsylvania 24. Regulation is over. We're into overtime. Both of these teams have done a masterful job. These coaches have done a masterful job getting these kids ready to play. What do you think?
Well, you know, and I'm sure Mark will agree with me. When you're a coach, you know, in the old days it would be a tie. And I think it was Bear Bryant who came up with the phrase, it's like kissing your sister when you play for a tie. You know, I think that in an all-star game, I don't think I'd play the tie out. I mean, you watch these two teams play tonight, you just had, you know, so much effort, so much great play and everything. They're both winners, you know, but we're going to play the tie out. We're going to play it by the college rules. We'll start at the 25-yard line, just like you've seen every Saturday. And the NFL on Sunday will start at the 25-yard line. To get 4 downs to get a first down. They get a first down, they get a second down to get in the end zone.
And you know, obviously, I'm from Pennsylvania, slightly partial, but let's give that coaching staff credit at halftime. Just getting those guys focused on what they got to do, Doug. I mean,
no
Maryland did nothing wrong in the second half.
Yeah.
Just that Pennsylvania actually just stepped up, and let's give Nico Thorpe some credit. I mean, they had to watch him in that first half to see if there were any ill effects to that whole deal at the hospital. But he was a big difference maker in the middle there.
Yeah.
Well, we talk about athletes. We talk about Teal, Woodland, Gentarik. We talk about Woods for Maryland. We talk about Hill. You know, we talk about Lesser. We talk about Ware. all of these athletes from these teams, Chase Edmonds, these are some really, really good football players.
Well, the old run for the Big 33 game, there's never been a Super Bowl played without a player in it. You know what? There's a whole bunch of kids on here going to make that thing pretty safe.
And let me tell you something. Hey, Doug, how many guys are a little mad right now, some of these college coaches that told these kids they can't play in this game?
Well, you know what? What's got to happen is the college coaches that won't let a high school kid play because they want him to come to their college and they're afraid of him getting hurt, which is foolish. And two, they've got to play a freshman. They got to do a better job.
Right. I agree.
You know, I can only remember, I got to say, Coach Paterno said he wanted them kids to play in the Big 33 game because you know what? Each one of these kids, as great a kid as they are, they've been the best player at their school.
Right.
And so this way they come up here, they play with 32 other great players, and then they get to play against 33 others. Don't tell me that a kid playing in this game isn't a better human being and a better player for what happened during the week, and then going into college a better player.
Well, it looks like PA will come out. Number 3, Lenny Williams will be the quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to fade back and throw a bullet. Incomplete pass intended for number 7, Delane Hart on the play, but incomplete. What do you see? Them coming out immediately and throwing the ball first play of the game.
Well, they both were open, but they both ran into each other. I mean, if they just kept running.
Somebody broke the pattern.
Yeah.
Somebody messed the pattern up.
Somebody's got to be on a different plane.
They saw each other coming and didn't want to kill one. Wasn't sure who made the mistake.
Oh, boy. If Lenny wanted to tuck it, though, he had the middle, Coach. They are vacating a little bit there.
Williams again will be in the shotgun. He has twins to his right, twins to his left. Edmonds in the backfield alongside him. He's going to fade back to pass. Looks off his left side, will roll right, throws a bullet, but doesn't have the distance on it, and that'll bring up a 3rd down for Pennsylvania.
Play like that, he just got to tuck it and get yards. He had the corner there. Use your ability, buddy. Don't force it. Little bit of grabbing going on in that right tackle.
Well, you know what I was going to say? Apu's trying to figure out how he couldn't get himself free.
Listen, I will say it, okay? I said it. That corner was accessible. We'll just call it that way.
Apu's got the sleeve torn off his jersey, Coach.
Well, he's got to fix his shirt a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, I love it when we have competing coaches up top that know their stuff.
Look at this rush. Look at this rush.
No.
Williams delivers the ball to the outside intended for Daquan Ware, and that is overthrown. That'll bring up 4th down, and you'll see Joe Julius come out to try to put 3 points on the board.
Now, Coach, we had said it was going to be a war in the trenches, and it has been all night long.
Yes.
I mean, you know, if you like line play, this is beautiful line play.
Well, you know, and they were concerned about the quickness of Maryland up front, and I think second half, Pennsylvania linemen really settled down and did a great job.
And this will be Julius.
They got to sit in there, watch that A-gap.
The kick is up.
Wide.
Didn't make it. Didn't
Wide.
make it.
And it is wide. Looks like it's wide left, which gives the Maryland team an opportunity here where all they need to do is put it through the uprights at the least, and they can win this game.
Well, if the kid can do it, it's that Patoko kid, but they got to get a little closer than this for him, I think. He's got a good leg, you know.
And I'll tell you what, you gentlemen highlighted this early on. This could be a battle of the kickers.
Yeah.
We talk about the other positions, the line positions, the receiver, cornerback positions. We have 2 kickers here that are very accomplished, and it could come down to one of them winning the game.
No doubt about it. They got the regular package on defense, Coach. They got the big guys inside.
And you see number 11,
Jalen
Jalen
Jones.
Jones.
Take off with the ball. Just let him run up the middle. Run, quarterback, run.
And that's Jones. He tries to get outside and is not able to do it in the grass. Number 78, Mitchell Swagert, makes the play.
Yep.
Swagger's doing a good job. He's an athletic guy.
Coach, with the defense the way it is, I think you almost run a quarterback sneak. I mean, the guards are locked outside. You're center on the middle linebacker, and you just got to try them out, I think. Because the Maryland quarterbacks just don't quite have the gun in this kind of coverage when you don't, you only got to defend, 30 yards of the field.
Well, with this defensive front, these guys aren't as upfield as that nickel front. They're just kind of sitting in there a little bit.
Right. I'd have to take a shot at it. Look at it, Coach.
Well, you see the defensive front. That's
beat
doing
one
their
man.
thing.
Gotta beat
Jalen
one
Jones.
man.
Jones at quarterback. He's going to fade back to pass. Fakes the handoff. He delivers the ball.
Good golly, Miss Molly, he caught it.
Good defensive play.
Whoa.
Number 2, Hassan Stewart makes the play on defense. And I'll tell you what, this is just getting more and more exciting. The defenses are digging in on both sides, brings up a third down. What do you see, Coach, on the replay?
Well, when you watch this, you're looking at the offensive line holding up. You got great pressure, that kid coming off, the throws up, and there you go. That's a battle in the end zone.
Two guys
right
hanging
there.
in there right there.
And Mark, that's your boy.
And that quarterback holding up. Look at those guys battling for that ball.
Look at that.
That's beautiful.
you,
That's high school football at its best.
Hassan was a Wildcat quarterback for Perk Valley. Coach took him all the way to the district semifinals. Perk Valley High School.
And Jalen Jones again.
Villanova got a good one there.
Jones again in the shotgun. He fades back.
Watch it.
He's going to put it up again.
Good coverage.
It's picked off.
Okay.
I almost think, Coach, you just got to run that ball for field position, but it's all good.
Well, we got 3 passes, Coach, by both teams.
And that's Feemster, who has had a
Amara,
big
Coach.
Oh,
It's
Amara. Sorry about that.
Amara.
That's Amara on the play. He has had, just like Feemster, Amara has had a very good game.
Here. What good leverage. Look at him pressing in. Great coverage, great position.
And Amar, 6'2", 192 pounds, out of West Catholic Prep. He's going to the University of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Brian Flux, his coach, he's a heck of a player, that guy. And he used great technique right there. That was pretty.
Watch his quarterback, too. You talk about players. Watch him just scrambling to get back there, Jalen Jones.
And wax him.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, all those kids out there that want to be a cornerback, want to know how to D-up a accomplished receiver, that's how you play that position.
Well, they were at practice on Thursday, and I was watching practice, and it was a rainy, misty day, and he comes off the field grabbing his chest. Here he pulled a muscle up in his chest, and he was like wondering if he was having some kind of a heart issue or something, and his breathing was a little labored, so they sat him in the afternoon, and they were hoping he was going to be okay by Friday. Obviously, you know, they were hoping he'd come through, and obviously he did.
Well, Patrick Amara is having a brilliant game. We have seen this has been the game of so many things, but I'll tell you, both these teams have some very accomplished defensive backs.
Now, Coach, do you think both teams say we're going to run the ball a little bit here?
Well, you know what? The excitement at the end of the game, you know, somebody comes out, takes 3, you want 1, but, you know, the sound thing to do here, you know, is just get some yardage up the middle, put yourself in a situation to do the sure thing. Now, are they going to do that? I just don't know. I mean,
well, no matter what, the end of this game, you know, one team's going to feel bad, but they both should feel proud. But the other, this would be a heck of a celebration for whoever wins, and deservedly so.
Well, we're going into the second overtime. Again, the defenses we talked about before the first overtime, and again, those defenses came through in the first overtime.
Boy, oh boy, what a battle. You know, they used to say, oh, go to War Miss Agnes. This has really been something to watch.
Well, I'll tell you what better place can you get to play a game like this and host it than Hershey, Pennsylvania. In the backdrop, you have the roller coasters from Hershey Park that are lit up. You have the stage for the concerts that go on at this stadium. A beautiful, beautiful venue for football, and the weather. We couldn't ask for better weather, coaches.
It's been beautiful, the whole thing. Now we flip. Maryland gets to go on offense first. When you're in an overtime like this, you want to be the defensive team. You want to be the one that has a final decision as to what to do.
And Antoine Carter will be the quarterback that's in.
Offense.
Number 10. Solomon Vault goes in motion. There's the pass. And it's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
That is a touchdown.
Reggie White Jr. pulls it in. The defense was right there, but White makes the play. Number 8, Tyree Spearman, is on the coverage, but the touchdown happens. But fans at home, Pennsylvania will have an offensive opportunity.
Reggie's daddy weighs about, I think Reggie played in the league. He weighs about 300. I'm guessing Reggie's about 320. I just saw him high jump 7 foot over there.
Tyree's just got to stay. And he can't get behind the guy that close to the end zone. You got to stay in front.
That's something special. Isn't
Great
it?
job. Used his body and shielded the ball.
That kid's going to Monmouth University, and Patoko's going to put it through.
Well, Coach, you have 6'3" versus 5'10", and 6'3" wins.
Yep.
And the kick is up, and it's good. And there you have it. Maryland takes the lead, 31-24. For overtime rules, Pennsylvania will now have an opportunity to equalize.
Well, the one thing it does, now Pennsylvania's got to go. The field goal kicker's not an option.
No.
You know?
They got 4 plays to get a first down now, and they just got to pump it in there.
Before I'm going to the end zone, the quarterback, you know, that quarterback takes off and runs. He's a problem. The question is up front defensively. You're in a no blitz situation. You got 3 linebackers can run. How much yardage can he pick up? You know, it's the old deal. He needs 10 yards to keep alive. So we'll see what happens.
Well, as both coaches are saying, PA needs a touchdown. And again, the defense of Maryland has been stout.
I think a quarterback draw right here.
Powell's back to pass. He has pressure in his face.
Face mask.
Face mask penalty, and they will get it. Number 42,
flag.
Daniel Apu made a brilliant play, and actually he came up late with the face mask that got called.
Well, it's a break. Doesn't seem like anybody's open.
Relentless pressure.
Right there, right there.
And he had him initially, and he didn't. And as soon as he
Just
came
put the
up,
other hand around to grab him.
and that will be against Maryland. And you hear the Maryland fans are not liking that call. The Pennsylvania fans are loving it. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 5 yards for the Pennsylvania team. So they have an opportunity, a makeable first down, which would keep the drive going.
They got clock in here, double tight set. He and Bloom. Watch out for the run.
Powell's back to pass.
Okay.
He's going to throw it to the tight end, number 87, Alec Bloom, who's going to get the first down, and they'll move the change.
This guy Bloom has good hands, I'm telling you. Clock covered the backside, and they put him out in the flat. Good pitch and catch, good throw.
And Bloom headed to the University of Connecticut.
87, he's a big target.
He sure is. That's a good throw and a good catch. Tough catch. Well done. All right. They're in position now. They still have room to make a first down, so they don't have to get crazy here.
And again, coaches, we talk about receivers being big in the world of football. You look at these tight ends, too, that are 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", and you need
change where there's a place for him now.
Yep. Powell's will be under center with double tights. He's going to throw again. He rolls out to the left side, sets up the throw, and he delivers the ball. And it's picked, and it is over. It is over. Number 4, Rashad Gillis picks off Powell's, and Maryland will win the game in the second overtime.
Excellent.
Brilliant football game.
Excellent.
Maryland 31, Pennsylvania 24. Second overtime game. And again, coaches, we have seen these kids play their hearts out. 34 on Maryland, 34 on Pennsylvania, and they played a brilliant game today.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's a bootleg play. The guy's covered.
Great pressure. Look at the pressure.
Just should have thrown it over top, thrown it out of bounds, and regrouped. First down. Don't force it.
And that was just an athletic play by number 4, Rashad Gillis, the linebacker, 6 foot, 205 pounds, headed with Coach Cater down in Shepherd, Pennsylvania, Shepherd University, to play for the Shepherd Rams, who have just been a beast of a team in Division II ranks. They're going to be lucky to have him.
Oh, Coach, that just, you know, there's some, I just can't say enough. I feel so sorry for Pennsylvania. And, you know, what happens is both these teams are winners. You know, one team wins and the other one doesn't. It's like going to a state final. But, you know, when you come down to the, you know, to play like that at the end, going into the second overtime, holy moly.
Well, I'll tell you what, this has been just a brilliant game. Maryland will win it 31-24. We'll be back. We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap this thing up. Big 33 Digital Network. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back after these messages.
I'm no stranger to concussions, so I know how vital it is to have the best care. Allegheny Health Network is utilizing new C3 Logix technology to revolutionize concussion diagnosis and treatment. It allows trainers to do baseline tests before play begins, document an injury immediately, and upload information to healthcare professionals. It's the most modern way to play it safe, even when you're playing all out. Learn more at ahn.org.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
After the game, head for Turkey Hill to refuel and experience the thrill of fuel savings victory. Save 3 cents per gallon every day with your Turkey Hill Rewards card, or save even more when you earn rewards points on your purchases at the Hill. Quench your thirst, pick up a meal or a snack, and save on your fuel with your rewards card. Score big savings now at Turkey Hill, a proud sponsor of the Big 33 Football Classic. Want to find out our closest store? Visit turkeyhillstores.com.
Summer's hot, and so are the savings at Sutliff Chevrolet.
Bigger selection, better prices, lower payments? We get it.
Get up to $8,600 in sizzling savings on your new Silverado. You're going to love your new Sutliff Chevy Cruze, and you're going to love your payment, $159 a month.
We have a Chevy for every need.
And a payment for every budget.
The road's all yours when you drive Equinox, now only $199 a month. It's the summer savings sizzler at Sutliff Chevrolet Harrisburg.
You're still the reason we put the key in the door.
Well, I'll tell you what, this was definitely an electrifying game between Pennsylvania and Maryland. Maryland coming back to the Big 33 after a 20-year hiatus last year. They lost to Pennsylvania 57-28. They come back in just an explosion against a really good Pennsylvania team. And just seeing these teams come out and play was just an amazing situation. So both of these teams, hats off. Maryland, Pennsylvania, renewed rivalry for the Big 33. What I would call probably the best all-star game in football that's out there in any state. The Big 33, the most recognizable all-star game here that we can call. So I'm definitely pleased, and I hope the fans at home really had a great opportunity to watch solid football by a bunch of young college-bound players that will be going on to play college football and enjoying their time. And what we're going to be doing now is having the award ceremony on the field with both teams. So the Maryland player of the game would be Josh Woods, and he's that defender, number 12. Josh Woods, he's going to Maryland next year, 6'3", 180 pounds. He just had an electrifying game today at that cornerback position.
Say a few words. I mean, it's wonderful to be a part of a 34-man squad like this. Thanks to all these guys. It's been a great week. I want to thank God. And Coach Edsel, I'll see you next Sunday.
Thanks. Chase. Pennsylvania player of the game, Chase Edmonds.
First and foremost, I just want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be out here. You know, it was a disappointment. I was a reserve. So I just came out here with a chip on my shoulder, tried to play. I want to thank my family, my mom, my dad, all my friends that support me. And last but not least, shout out to CD East.
Good. Thanks, Chase. And finally, I would like to introduce the winning head coach, Brian Van Dusen from Maryland.
Thanks, Dave. Great game. Got to give a lot of credit to Pennsylvania. We were up 17 points. They battled back and made a great contest at the end. Our guys stepped up. Reggie White Jr., big touchdown at the end. And our defense played outstanding all game, and they made the plays when we needed them.
Thank you, Coach. Yeah, here. When I seen him go, can you please open the gates? how to get that?
Yeah, which one can I get?
And again, we have Pennsylvania and Maryland. Maryland wins the game 31-24. And you just had an amazing game for the Big 33 with Maryland coming out on top. And there you go, some of the highlights. It was just an electrifying game on the, so much explosion. Some of these athletes, like I said, many are going on to play Division I football, some going to play Division II. They're going to represent their schools very well in college. They're going to represent their colleges, and I do believe that we're probably going to have a Super Bowl player from this game down the road, and that will be great that they can continue to add to their traditions of so many that has played in this game, from Jim Kelly to Ricky Waters to Ben Roethlisberger to Joe Namath. There are so many that have played, LeVar Arrington, so many amazing athletes that played in this game, and every one of these athletes will have an opportunity to put their names next to those amazing players. My name is Jerome Presley. It was a pleasure to bring this game to you from the Big 33 Digital Network. We hope you enjoyed the show. Take care and good night.